What do you do, everyone? Welcome to stream. Happy Saturday. How are you all doing? Certainly interesting, AVP. So, I was gonna do this either like yesterday or Thursday, but Thursday we finally got snow, so I finally went snowboarding. And that was nice just to do. It's literally only the second time that I've ever done it this year. The problem is that on the way up, I got my first speeding ticket. So that was fun. Yeah. So now, on top of all the taxes that I've got to pay this year, I've got to pay that as well. Yes, Chris, in a little place called Flagstaff. Way up north, like 2.5 hours. Couple snowboarding places. I went because I haven't been all year. I'm certainly doing Assassin's Creed. Certainly doing. Somehow almost the end of March, which I still don't believe. Frankly, we're still in February at least, maybe even January. I will not be disclosing that, Paul, on the off chance that some people of the law are watching and I accidentally give myself a worse sentence than I've already gotten. All I will say is that I have a speeding ticket now that I have to pay before the end of April. Conquest, what the hell are you doing here? This is a Batman stream, not a title card stream. Finally watched that episode on Tuesday. Such a great finale, dude. Holy crap. But now we still gotta wait like a year and a half for the next season. As long as Amazon keeps giving them money to actually do a good job, I'm fine with that. Well, that's how you know I'm being blatantly honest, Lou. Oh, thanks, dude, but this is not my room. This is my... I don't even know what I'd call it, like... It's both an office and a storage room and just a white woman's decorative room. It's all kinds of things. Like, technically a guest room too, because of this. There's a futon that's literally only been used once in the last 3 years that it's been here, but I have no idea, man. It's everything. It's just a big enough room for me to play Arkham Shadow in, so that's why I'm here. tried, and I didn't even notice. I didn't know who was or wasn't here last time. Because I was so invested in the run. I only occasionally checked in when I realized that my stream was off, so this time we are not going to have that problem. I'm going to keep an eye in the top right corner to make sure that that recording symbol is always there. Honestly, RR, yeah. Like, there's so much crap in that closet. Even after we cleaned it out last year, there's still so much crap in there that we don't even know is in there. Like, just behind the doors is most of our, like, present stuff, like wrapping paper and all that. But then over on this side, it's, like, backpacks and jackets and other stuff. I don't even know, man. We throw whatever we want in there. Well, no time like the present and to get started. Because frankly, I don't want to have to risk waiting for a bathroom break by the time that I need it. Alrighty, I'll put you there to stay mostly out of the way, but I'm going to have to use you in a second anyway, so what am I talking about? Chair, you go over there for now. Forgot to start up the game. That's on me. So you will be watching me stand here for moments while I just wait for the game to load. Here, cast, web, I gotta pull up the web page if I can find my mouse. Go to you. We should be good. We got footage. We've got audio. Fix you a bit more. Okay. I assume y'all can hear me. I see the thing going up, so... Alrighty. We are good to go as soon as I get this wire out of the way. It's laggy, that's not ideal, but we will deal with it. Right here. Alrighty. Welcome everybody to Batman Arkham Shadow, the brand new entry into the Batman Arkham series released just last year in 2024 by the absolute geniuses over at Camouflage Studios. This run is going to be from not a fresh file, but instead a New Game Plus file, which is basically the same as the base game, except way harder with a lot more and harder enemies. So the gist of this game is that it's going to be New Game Plus, like I said, and we would play I Am the Knight, but the problem is that that has permadeath, which means that one small mistake would mean that it's just over and there's no chance of recovery. So instead, we're doing Extreme, which is basically the same difficulty, just without the permadeath.
So we get pretty much the same experience, just ever so slightly easier. Now, what else do I really need to say? Let's see. Yep, that's pretty much all I've got, so I'll start time as soon as I click on New Game in 3, 2, 1. And away we go. So this game is split into 5 different chapters. And obviously each one getting way harder than the last. Chapter 1 starts in Gotham City on the 4th of July riots that were started off by the chaotic Rat King, this new mysterious villain that nobody knows anything about, and Batman is trying to find information on him. These riots are obviously causing problems for Batman, and he needs to stop them. But before we even get to those, we have this little prologue as this new character who you're going to come to know very well, known as Matches Malone. You'll find out more about him as we go on through the game, but he is not a big fan of Batman right now, so he's going to do something that many of us have probably not wanted to do, but we have to do.
No more Batman.
We'll burn the Batsuit.
I'll drink to that.
Obviously, the police aren't a big fan of that, so we're getting shot. And that's the game. That's time. We're dead.
It was a rubber bullet. We'll be fine.
Don't worry, we'll come back to matches at a later time. Right now, it's time to go to Batman. And obviously, you saw that I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes in this game. Despite being a VR game, this game has a lot of cutscenes, and we're going to be skipping almost every single one. There's a few unskippable ones that we'll have to deal with, but they're good chances to slow yourself down, catch your breath, all that. Because as you will see, the farther we go, this game is very, very tiring. It is an extreme workout.
Alfred,
because as you can see, we are Batman, which means we are going to punch as Batman. And it gets very tiring the longer that it goes.
Alfred, add this to your schematics of the sewers.
So some of you may be familiar with Batman Arkham VR, the tie-in game to the Arkham series released back in 2016, I believe. This is not Arkham VR. This is Arkham VR on steroids. Now, real quick, you'll notice that I'm going through my upgrade tree right now. This is because since we're playing on New Game Plus, we have all of our upgrades already unlocked and all of our upgrade points ready to spend. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to spend all of our upgrade points right now that we can to get all of our gadgets so that we are not underpowered going into this. And trust me, we will very much need these. But you will notice that some upgrades I did not get. I still have 8 extra points. That's because some of them are tied to various gadgets and upgrades that we will be getting later on in the game.
Try and get nesting this close to the docks.
You'll see them when we get them. It's the only thing that we can't get right now because we just don't have the things for them. But we got pretty much everything, just 8 upgrade points are left over.
The smell.
And now we're just running through the sewers because we've got to find some hostages.
It's too wide to jump.
This is basically just a simple movement tutorial that's showing us everything that Batman can do in the overworld outside of combat. And right up here, through this door, we will be getting, after a gadget tutorial,
Knocking down our bridge is a good idea.
we will be getting our combat tutorial. As you can see, we've got basic running. We have to actually pull the levers with our hands to open gates. We've got our cape, which we get by literally grabbing the cape at our sides and spreading our wings to fly. It's fantastic. And you saw me reach for my chest there to grab the batarang. The batarang is very useful throughout the entire game. And now we're going into combat. Now you'll see that I am going to go through as many quick takedowns as possible. I'm going to go for ground takedowns and special combo takedowns because they are super fast at getting through combat. And if you don't do them, enemies just have so much health and it takes forever to take them down. So our general goal through combat is going to be getting enemies far away from us so that we can do ground takedowns and building up our combo fast to get special combo takedowns. Special combo takedowns are much more important because of those guys right there, armor guys. Otherwise, we have to go through a long beatdown animation to take them down. And here we also have blade dodges, which are very great to get enemies out of the way. Sorry, it's very hard for me to focus on this and narrating at the same time. Sorry, so we have blade dodges there, which are very fast, so anytime that we see an enemy with a knife, we want to try and save them so that we can take them out with the blade dodge much faster than going through anything else. But for the most part, we're going to be going through ground takedowns, which are that 5-punch slam combo, and special combo takedowns, especially on armored guys.
What are their names?
Because otherwise we have to go through a super long beatdown of like 20 or 30 punches to deal any damage to them, and it's not worth it. Whew. That'll be pretty much the and eventually will come a Predator, which will be its whole other thing.
Strong enough to reach down here.
But that's not for a while, so we don't have to worry about it quite yet. We're mostly just going to be going through combat. And a couple of puzzles every now and then. And here we see the real difficulty of New Game Plus, which is that we have a bunch of different enemy types already, including shields and stun sticks, which if we do not deal with correctly, we're just going to have a bad time. And then you see out of the corner of my screen that there's the occasional counter indicator, and I'm literally just reaching my hand out to block the flow. You'll see it slowly filling up, not slowly, quickly filling up. Just off screen. And it fills up much quicker on New Game Plus and Expert than any other mode. So if there's a counter indicator, 9 times out of 10 I am going to be countering, despite how far I might be in a certain animation, because not countering is a death sentence in this game. Whew, excuse me. I gotta catch my breath. It's very hard to narrate and do this at the same time.
Thanks. Stay down.
So you saw there I did a grab takedown animation. Those are going to be very common throughout the later parts of the game because obviously they are instant takedowns that work on anybody, but they need to be surprised by us. So you'll see how we get around doing that.
I have to get to the bow. Looks like the rats have made a shortcut.
Now, I was saying about damage, about 3 or 4 blows will take us out in this game. That's not including gunshots. 2 gunshots and we're dead. 3 or 4 regular blows, we're pretty much dead as well. You see I've got my smoke bomb here, which is going to allow me to get a bunch of free takedowns because all these guys are lost in the smoke. And that's not quite what I wanted, but it's okay. Didn't quite go as I planned, but it's okay. Should be it. Yes, alright. Wasn't totally ideal, but it's still okay. A lot of this game comes down to adapting on the fly, because you just need to be ready for whatever the enemies decide to throw at you at the moment. Like that shield guy, because sometimes they'll attack consistently, other times it'll be kind of random when they decide to attack and when they don't. You're also going to see that I'm going to do my best to avoid going for just regular attacks against the final enemies, because the final attack will be an instant takedown no matter how heavy their or how much health they have left. but I'm going to try to avoid it because it's a random attack each time, and some of the attacks
They're
are
armed.
longer than
I need to be
others.
smart about this. I'll take them apart one by one.
Now we've got our first Predator section, which isn't going to be all that hard because there's only 4 enemies. But we do still have to be a little bit careful because if they see us once, we're pretty much dead. But you'll see me be using that move quite a bit. It is incredibly powerful. It's just a grab and 3 punches and they're down. It is way too powerful to have in this game, but I will be making very much use of it if I can,
Guns off the street.
because it's super
Find a
fast.
position up above.
Even
and
regular
get the
silent
drop on
takedowns
them.
are fast as well, but they're also dangerous because you have to get in just the right position to use them.
Where's the next pallet?
Excuse me. Now, second wave, just 3 enemies as opposed to 4. Start right away with this inverted takedown. Then we grapple over here, wait for these guys to move a bit, and drop smoke. Then we do this, and we just drop the smoke to be safe. So this guy wouldn't shoot us when we did the drop attack.
Seems your effort.
And it's perfect because it lines us up right next to the elevator, so we can move on.
Where's the manual override?
While I'm waiting for this elevator to go up, I
I'm near
am
Gordon's
going to
office.
hydrate.
Tell him to get inside.
He is away from his desk.
Probably stepped out for a smoke.
Hydrate or
Another way for
dihydrate, as they
tobacco
say.
to kill you.
And you did notice that I just kind of punched through that wall there, despite not being on the same level. That's a common thing that's going to happen. Because punching through a wall is much faster than trying to just walk up to it and wait for it. Alright.
Dr. Tompkins is calling in. She's quite insistent.
Alright. And we are now halfway through Chapter 1. Excuse me. We've reached the halfway point. Now we would normally have
Commissioner.
a very long cutscene with Commissioner Gordon and Harvey Dent in the room below, where after that happens, somebody tries to assassinate Gordon with a sniper rifle. As you do in Gotham. So now we have got to chase after the
Shot
sniper
came
and
from the
take him
Beacon
down to get
Hotel.
revenge for poor Gordon there. He doesn't deserve that. Come on. So we're heading all the way over to the Beacon Hotel, stopping any riders that we can along the way.
Streets clearing on Miagani Island.
You'll notice that every time I go towards an event, I'm going to slide. That's because normally you're able to just slide through vents.
What the hell, man? It was my turn next. Try to be first.
Now we've got another smoke bomb, which lets us instantly take down every single enemy without issue. Now, obviously, we can't use the smoke bomb all the time because it does have a recharge timer. So we pretty much want to use it when it's going to be fastest to otherwise, fastest when
Stay
it
off
would
this
otherwise be
chap. The
slow to
Beacon
do that.
Hotel.
I
I'm
can't word
close.
very well. It's hard to focus on that and the run at the same time. Oop. Now we've made it to the beacon. Oop, okay, I'm stuck. That happens
Locked.
sometimes.
And the keypad.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. As a VR game, it is a little bit janky. And even after the multiple months of updates,
The crane is active.
it is still occasionally
lever
going to
to
bug
lift,
out.
the
We
other
may
to
run
tilt.
into a crash or two throughout our journey. Hopefully we won't. Fingers crossed. But it is very much possible. I'm just waiting for this crane to be aligned. It should be good. I hope so, at least. Alright, we're good. Now I got another combat section. Got a bunch of stun stick enemies, which we have to deal with, because if we don't, they're going to hurt us. Yep, see what I mean? You need the counter, otherwise you are going to get hit and take a bunch of damage. But we've also got the triple battering, as you just saw, which lets us knock 3 guys down at once instead of just the regular 1, which is very useful, but it's also a little bit annoying to do. See, this is what I mean about the slow finishing
They
moves.
said Shrike was 0 for 2. What's number 3?
That was 4 punches,
Shrike fired
followed by
Gordon
a
from around
uppercut
here
and a
fled.
slam.
If I search the area
It's a
for
lot of slow
evidence,
movement for
I should
a
be able
final
to
attack,
track his
so we try to
destination.
avoid those as much as we
Setting
can.
up a crime scene
Sometimes you
perimeter.
just can't. Now we got our first crime scene.
Shrike was burning
It's
paper
just going to
with
be
a
Batman
butane lighter
narrating
while he
his thought
waited for his
process, so
shot.
we don't have to pay all too much
Nervous
attention.
habit.
We just need to scan that,
Andy left some
and eventually that
fingerprints
puddle,
behind. He'll
and
come
we're
in
going
handy.
after... You may have noticed
Alfred,
throughout the
I'm uploading
conversation
prints.
that we're
If
going after a
Shrike
guy named
has any
Shrike.
priors, it should narrow
Shrike
our
is one of the
search.
Rat King's top
Very
lieutenants,
good, sir.
who we have to go after
should be more
because he's the
evidence
guy who
around.
tried to assassinate Gordon.
Heptane,
We'll see more of him later,
acetone,
don't worry.
and methanol.
And I've already
Gun
got
cleaner.
to turn on my fan.
Shrike would have been
because
rushing
it is
to
getting hot in
escape.
here.
Spatter analysis suggests he dropped an aerosol container. The gun cleaner combined with the butane from the paper Shrike was
the
burning could be
Crime
enough
scene,
for
we
me to
just gotta
perform a
wait for
chemical
these doors to
trace
open
and
so
track
we
his
can follow
location.
Shrike.
Initiating. Got him. Heading out now. Shrike fled into the elevator.
Sir, a profile on Boone Carver.
Another elevator
AKA
ride.
Shrike.
There are going to be quite a few of these.
Shuffled around a
It's
number
again
of
just a
youth
time
crisis
to
centers
calm
before
yourself
they were all
down,
shut
catch your
down
breath,
due to budgetary
all that
constraints.
jazz.
Paroled from Blackgate 2 weeks ago, moved in with another youth home rejectee. Wayward youth aside, Shrike only became Shrike after Blackgate radicalized him.
There we go. And now we're in the Beacon Hotel, going to Shrike's apartment. But inside Shrike's apartment is not Shrike, but Barbara Gordon. Hi, Barbara.
What the hell are you doing?
Bye,
I
Barbara.
thought you were Shrike.
She's going after Shrike too, but we don't like that, so she's going away now. She'll be somewhere else throughout the game. We'll see her later.
Shrike's
But
trail
now,
ends at this bookshelf, a
Let's go behind this
safe.
bookshelf,
4-digit
and because we
passcode.
are smart, we
Should
already know
locate
the
more
passcode.
evidence
It's
to unlock it.
4118.
Lucky guess, sir?
Alfred
Something like
acknowledges that, and
A
just lets us
secret
know.
passage.
Like the one connecting the sewers with Bank of Gotham.
Rats move behind the
It's
walls.
just one of those fun Easter eggs where the game acknowledges what you're doing.
I've lost Shrike's trail.
Now we got another crime scene.
ventilation in
This
here.
one's going to take a little bit
I'll
longer.
need to search for more evidence.
We've got to deal with it, so we can just throw Shrike
Nitrocellulose,
stuff around while we're
highly
at it.
flammable and extremely dangerous in large quantities. Shrike could have been using it to build a bomb. I
Got
should
this
keep
Rat
looking.
King mask, or rat mask, whatever you'd call it.
Shrike wasn't building
Unfortunately,
a
we
bomb.
can't put it on because
The
it doesn't let you grab it
nitrocellulose
from
was
the side,
used to
but we
make
can do this.
nitrate film stock. Rat King propaganda film. This must have been the editing room. But there's no projector here.
Eventually have to
Where would
scan
they
those.
screen it?
Yeah, like I said, one of the few times
2
throughout the
sets of
game that
fingerprints.
you're not able to skip
Shrike had an
something
accomplice. These other prints could belong
Got a
to his
helmet.
roommate.
that we can't wear.
Alfred, can you find any matches
Sad.
for these prints? GCPD database searches are coming up empty.
not
Eventually, we'll
finding
have a
anything
selection
either.
here that'll show us
Unlike
where
Shrike,
we can
the owner
go
of those
to
prints
chase after
doesn't appear
Shrike.
to have a criminal
It'll
record.
show up eventually.
The night is young. I've scanned all the evidence. I can determine where Shrike and his accomplice have gone based on what I've found.
This game also just has fun finger animations.
Monarch Theater.
We're able to do this.
If Shrike and his
Thumbs
accomplice
up.
were making films for the Rat King,
Okay.
they could be
All that
screening them
jazz.
there.
It's fun.
Excellent deduction, sir. I'm noticing an unusual amount of
Eventually, we'll have to
activity
pull
near
this
the-
grate off, but since
The
we got these pointers, we're
nitrocellulose
not
will help me
allowed to.
reestablish a trace on Shrike and his accomplice. Got it. Heading to the Monarch Theater now.
Come on, we're already late.
Now we're heading
Yeah,
outside the beacon to
Shrike was
chase after
waterboarded
Shrike
as well.
and his alleged accomplice, who
Shrike
we will
says
know
that
more
kid's been a
about
little
later.
brother
Don't
to him
worry
since
about him.
before Blackgate. Well, gotta go the movement somehow. Go easy on him. He's a kid, looks up to Shrike. Little brothers.
We're hearing a lot about him, but we'll hear
All
more about him
family,
later.
right?
If you've already played the game, you know. And also, this is your one and only spoiler warning to
Took
get
the
out of the run,
rooftops. He's
because we are going to be seeing most of the story throughout this run. And even those pieces that we aren't going to see, I'm going to explain, because otherwise what we're doing just doesn't make any sense. And you want your speedrun to make sense, don't you? Now we are heading into another Predator section. This one isn't too difficult, there's only 5 enemies, but the final section up with them, where there's 2 enemies in a cage that's otherwise impossible to reach,
Alfred,
is
tell Gordon
annoying
I've
and a
located
little bit
more
dangerous.
guns stolen
So
from the
we've got to be
Bowery.
careful. We're gonna throw the smoke bomb down there to get these guys right away. Like I said, that drop attack is way too powerful. Oop.
You're only the best till you're beaten.
Jump in here so that we can go over this way. And we just gotta wait for these guys to both be distracted. We're good. And just like that, we've got them down.
Shrike went through that gate.
Those guys could be looking somewhere else, which would be very unideal. So thankfully they were looking away in perfect positions for me to grab them. So we were good there. Now we're at the Monarch Theater, like we said we would be. And now it's time to make a big fight, a bunch of enemies. Like I said, we want to wait for that guy to attack us so that we can do this. Get a free takedown on him. Thankfully, these guys did not want to attack me at the moment, so we were good to get that ground takedown. Okay, guess we're getting you. Yep, it's genuinely even faster to get a ground takedown than bother going for one of the random takedowns. Especially because with the randomness, I don't know which attack it's gonna be.
Show's sold out.
So now we see the regular way we're supposed to deal with armored guys. Super long beatdown. We do not want to do that unless we absolutely have to.
I need to find a
So
way
we're gonna
around.
generally use special combo takedowns on them.
Scaffolding.
Smoke break's almost over.
Now we're heading up, and this is one of the sections where we will have to because there are 3 of these guys.
I don't know.
And we definitely want to get this guy first because he has a gun. Armored guys with guns are pretty much the worst case situation. See here, I'm just generally rolling my fists because that just makes it faster to attack them. Whenever I need speedy attacks, you'll see me doing that fist roll. It's pretty consistent, but also very tiring to do for extended periods of time. Whew.
Got a seat in the house?
Hello, Trevor. Goodbye, Trevor. Don't worry about him. He's Trevor. He's important to somebody, I'm sure.
Rat King propaganda. Shrike could be
Now, we
anywhere.
normally have a long climbing up puzzle to get here, but this just so happens to be in the perfect place for us to grapple up right here.
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
All the consequences that it's a little bit slow to get the glide kick through here. We just gotta wait for Batman to stop talking. And now, here we go. Biggest combat section so far, and one of the hardest. Yeah. So you really just need to be ready to adapt on the fly to whatever they decide to throw at you. As many times as I've played this game, which is like 8, 9, probably more at this point, I still very rarely know what they're going to throw at me half the time. No, still not going to attack. There he is. Okay, and this oh, one more. Just gotta take this guy down. And then, there we go. Now we got a fun interrogation where we get to slap this guy until he tells us where Shrike is.
Protection room. The eye of our king sees all.
Good night. Thank you for that information. Heading up to the projector room now to get after Shrike. Allegedly. But we will quickly see that it is not Shrike, merely his accomplice.
Beating up my brothers make you feel like a big man?
That guy may sound familiar to some of you,
A little too late. You're no
maybe not to
hero.
others.
Ego looks like a
But here he is. This guy isn't Shrike. He's just a random rat who comes important later.
the target?
You're too late. Shrike already left.
We're gonna beat him up until he gives us some answers. Suspiciously, broken wall back there.
This is bigger than any of us.
Where's Shrike? What's the target?
Where is Shrike?
They're hitting the courthouse.
Oh no, not the courthouse.
Leslie. Harvey.
Goodbye, buddy. He might be familiar to some of you. If you haven't figured it out, you'll figure it out by the end of New Game Plus. Maybe.
Someone's going to die if you don't calm down.
Leslie and
Now
Harvey
we got a
will
long
die
run
if
to
I
the
don't get
courthouse,
courthouse.
which is going to show one of the coolest sequences that unfortunately I will not be playing through. I'm going to basically be skipping.
Wait.
I'm just going to be taking down this guy really quick. And then we're going to do this to get an infinite beatdown symbol where I'm just going to throw a bunch of punches to get it over with fast. And normally we'd be going through a bunch of enemies on our run to the courthouse, but every enemy would take time to attack, so we are not bothering with any of them. We're going to ignore them and just keep running.
I won't break the law again.
All these guys are just surrendering, waiting for us to attack them. We're not going to bother because it wastes time. And thankfully they don't bother attacking us, so it's completely irrelevant. We're at the courthouse now,
Putting this riot down.
and we gotta take down a bunch of enemies, including guys with shields. Shields are incredibly annoying, so you'll generally see me getting them out of the way as fast as possible. Especially with special combo takedowns. Oh, no, wait, what I wanted to do, game. It's okay. Yeah, sometimes I'll do things that I didn't actually want to do because the game just misinterpreted what I was doing, but it's okay. Oop, okay. Ah, dang it. I lost my combo. No. Last guy. Okay. Got a fast final attack on him. It's okay. Wasn't the best, but it's okay.
Leslie, Harvey.
Now we're at the courthouse. Right now we're going to find Leslie, who you may know as Dr. Leslie Tompkins from the animated series. She's cool. She's in the game, finally. Fortunately, we won't be seeing much of her because she's relegated to cutscenes. And like I said, we're skipping cutscenes. But we do have this section where we get to say hello to her as we get a corner takedown and take the enemy out. There she is. Say hi, Leslie.
Leslie.
Bye, Leslie.
Are you
Because
okay?
we're skipping the cutscene. Now we've got to go save Harvey from one of the hardest sections in the entire game. Not necessarily hardest, but definitely scariest. Because in this section, Shrike is
has the
up
rifle
there
fired at Gordon.
on the top.
High caliber, one
He's
shot,
got a
one kill.
he's got a sniper rifle that is one shot, one kill.
Sight.
So we cannot get
down.
seen by him, or we are instantly dead.
Check the doors.
So we got to move as fast as possible to get around and take these guys out without getting seen by Shrike.
Down.
And we almost just got seen.
One left.
But it's okay because we got this guy, and there we go. He doesn't get to see us. We're all good. And this section is one of the primary reasons we don't play on I Am the Knight, because if we did and we just so happened to mess up and get shot, instant loss.
Shrike
Doesn't
threw down
matter
his gun.
how careful we are. If we get shot, we're just done. But Shrike, he's got Harvey Dent right now. He's gonna burn him in gasoline, and we all know what happens with Harvey burning, don't we? I'm sure. But he's not gonna get a chance to do it. We're gonna stop Shrike, and now we get to interrogate him in an awesome interrogation that we do get to sit through.
Not secret.
We just got to beat him up a little bit.
What's in Blackgate? The Rat King?
Salvation.
I'm not putting you in Blackgate.
This is one of the greatest interrogations in the base game. Unfortunately, I'm going to be talking over it because he is going to be swearing momentarily. Yeah, talking Shrike. Please.
The rest of us swim again.
Yeah.
Just kill him.
I don't kill Shrike.
I was a rat in this life.
Uh-oh.
It'll be something different
That's
than
not
that.
good. That's a lighter. No. No. And that is the end of Chapter 1. AKA basically the prologue of the game. And through this cutscene, which I'm of course going to be skipping, eventually.
It wasn't your fault.
I can't protect Gotham City like this. I became a symbol to fight crime, but I don't
We might
understand
not be
those
skipping
who
this cutscene,
commit it.
unfortunately. It might be
I have to become one of
broken.
them.
Whoops.
Someone with a troubled
Well,
past.
we'll have
and
to
no chance at a
listen to
future.
Batman speak through this.
How far are you willing to go?
It's not that long.
Blackgate Prison. As an inmate, I can hide in plain sight.
It's normally a much
The
more
rats
elaborate
won't give
cutscene
up
than
their
this,
king to
but
Batman. They spill blood.
it is what it
not
is.
secrets.
Like I
They'll
said,
talk
things
to one
happen
of
when you
their
try to
own.
go fast in this game.
Undercover, sir. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
But this gives you a hint of the story. So the rest of this game is going to be
Yes,
taking place
I'll
in
find
Blackgate
him.
Prison.
I'll stop
Each
the day
chapter
of
we're going to be
wrath
going to a
and
different
end
section
his
of Blackgate to try to find some information on the Rat King. We'll see what we find out. I'll let you know what Batman did find out through the cutscenes when we skip them. Okay, we are not... Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this so that we can just get back to it, hopefully. Like I said, things happen. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Yeah. It's a VR set. Things go wrong sometimes. You've just got to deal with them and quickly adapt on the fly. Consequence of trying to go quickly. But now we're in Blackgate, so we just get to skip a couple more cutscenes. So normally during this, we'd be going through a long walk to get our bearings around Blackgate, know where we are.
Another
But
night of violence
we're
and
gonna skip
bloodshed.
it.
The death of a terrorist.
And as soon as it loads, now we're in Blackgate. We're in a cell. We're going to end the day so that we can continue on with our investigation the next morning. And you'll see,
Hey, sweetie.
when we wake up, you'll see who we are. We are not Batman or Bruce Wayne. We are that guy who burned the bat signal at the beginning of the game, Matches Malone. After we go through this, of course. We can't skip how many days until the Day of Wrath. It's just too important.
Gotham is a prison. A stockade for the body and the mind.
And now it's morning. So, I'm going to be sitting down for this
Gather
section.
intel, find out about
Because
this rat
we are not
king.
going to be going through any combat for quite
I
a
hear
while.
Falcone's
But here's
built a
us.
little
This is
empire for
Matches.
himself
Say
in
hi.
Blackgate. I'll start with him.
This is our friend Yamashiro. We're not going to be seeing him all too much either. We just say hi right now, and we'll say hi later. But yeah, we're in Blackgate, so now we've got to try to find some information on the Rat King because, let's be honest, we have absolutely nothing right now. We're just going off of what other people have told us, which is pretty much nothing, just that he's in Blackgate. So now we're going to go interrogate one of the most famous mob bosses in Batman history, Carmine Falcone. And yes, it is Falcone, not Falcone, like in the Batman show. In the Arkham series, it has always been Falcone. They can make fun of this in the game, but unfortunately I won't be able to show that scene because we need to go fast. We gotta go to the yard, but unfortunately it's locked to us by this guy, who you might recognize from Arkham Origins, Howard Brandon.
Back off, maggot.
He's a jerk.
Whoa.
He wants us to get some contraband for him so that he can get his daily quota, as it were. But the only place with contraband is the commissary. As we can see through this Tiger announcement.
The guy said something about contraband in the
He
commissary.
did indeed, Malone.
I should look there.
So we're heading to the commissary and gonna meet with our good friend, who unfortunately we won't see much of in the speedrun, but you come to know very well in the base game, Joe. Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe.
Help you find something, friend?
He's a chill guy. We like him. He gave us some free contraband that's gonna help us appease Brandon and let us into the yard. So, as you'll see, like, most of these matches sections are going to be pretty slow. We're pretty much just going to be running around Blackgate trying to do some favors for people, with some occasional breaks with combat. You'll see at the end of this section, we get a quick combat section with him. It's basically the same as Batman's combat, just without all the gadgets. But we won't get them all too often. It's mostly, matches sections are mostly breaks for speedruns. You get to sit down, take a load off, rest your feet, rest your arms, before getting into the really heavy stuff throughout the rest of the game.
First things
Here's the
first.
yard, big
Falcone's
open
got
area in
connections.
Blackgate, and there's
Let's see what
Falcone
he
right
knows
there
about the
with
Rat
another
King.
character people from the animated series may recognize.
Let's you and I take a walk.
Bolton. What do you? That name is not
I
familiar
got
to
a
you?
question for Falcone.
Lockup. That might be a bit more familiar to you.
Oh, good. I got your answer.
One of the best episodes from the animated series.
Noticed you dropping eaves
Absolutely
on
love it,
Falcone
and
Captain
I'm so
Bolton.
glad that they brought Bolton into the
What?
Arkham series by putting his character in Blackgate. It's beautiful. We'll be seeing a lot more of Bolton later in the run. For right now, he's just kind of here. He's talking to Falcone. He's leading him through the prison a bit. Just gonna do a little bit of sneaky sneaks where we're supposed to listen to Falcone and Bolton, but we can ignore them because their conversation really isn't all that interesting. Fortunately, I'm not doing good at climbing up that ladder.
I may be prideful, but I ain't stupid.
Right here, Falcone tells Bolton who he believes that the Rat King is. So when we become Batman a little bit later, we're going to be using that information to try and find Falcone and get out of him, because obviously finding the ring is our goal as well. Now, we're in here, so it's time for the combat section, which is why I'm standing up.
Half the screws
And push my chair out of the way because we are done sitting now, and it's time to fight. You'll see that we're going to be fighting Yamashiro and a bunch of other inmates. We want to avoid Yamashiro as much as possible because he is invincible until the end of combat. So we're going to take on everybody else as we can. We'll just use him occasionally to get some free combos going. Otherwise, we're just going to be completely ignoring him as much as possible. Unfortunate. I just missed it. Unfortunate. But that's how it is in this game sometimes. But that's it. And now we just wait for Yamashiro to attack us, and now we got a knife in our hand.
Yamashiro.
Knives aren't really that good, so rip it out. I'm sure that won't come to bite us in the future. Oh, hello, Bolton.
No! Abusing prisoners!
Oh no. Good night.
Harvey.
Time for another cutscene.
Pause that, please.
And now we would normally wake up in Leslie's office because she happens to be the nurse in Blackgate. But again, we're going to be skipping that cutscene. Because we don't want to see it.
Mother could love.
Cutscenes slow us down. It'd normally be a really long scene of going through medicine checks and x-rays and yada yada, but it doesn't matter. We're fine. We're Batman. We can just run back after getting tased in the throat. We're ready to do this. We just need a night's rest. So we're heading back to our cell with the new information that Falcone allegedly knows who the Rat King is. And we're going to carry that to just finding him and interrogating him. After, of course, we take a nap. Because everybody needs naps.
I can head to the Batcave after lights out. I'll lay down until then.
As you do. Nighty-night.
Cell doors on block B.
Everyone's
And now
asleep.
it's time to head to the
Time to see what
Batcave with
Alfred
this
left
little
me.
laser pointer that lets us break out of our cell. Very useful. Unfortunately, we only get to use it right here.
Now, for some
Throw it
fresh
away
air.
because it's broken. And now we get to head through the sewers, say hi to our buddy Arnold Wesker, and go down to our makeshift Batcave.
Long time ago.
Arnold Wesker is important to the story a little bit, but we won't be seeing all too much of him because, again, cutscenes.
Looks like a safe landing.
Whee! Down the slide. Jump. And hopefully we can get down to that little crevice down
Gotta
there.
get out
Nope.
of these clothes.
Just missed it.
Matches don't work when they're
Ideally,
wet.
you can get down there without having to climb. It's a bit faster, but it's also difficult and janky because this game is difficult and janky. But here's our makeshift Batcave with our Batpod down there with our beautiful suit. It just takes a while to get ready to go. You guys had to stay hidden. There's some drones setting things up for us. Let's get changed. I'm going to hydrate. Hello, Batcave.
Welcome, Batman.
Now we're in the Batsuit. All is good now. That guy may be familiar. Don't worry about him. He's just in our way later. Now we got our decoder, which is our cryptographic sequencer for this game. Very quick and easy puzzles. It'll be kind of random when they're going to be fast or slow. But usually we get them pretty quickly. We'll be using that quite a bit to mostly get through puzzles, but we'll also be using it as a disruptor. Not yet, because we don't need to get the upgrade right now, because we're not on the map screen. We're generally going to wait to get our upgrades until we have the map open, if we can. Otherwise, we're going to be...
He's the only inmate in Blackgate with any real power. He drove Gotham's corruption
now we're heading to max
decades.
security to interrogate Falcone.
Now rats are filling the prison.
For the majority of the rest
dances
of
to his
chapter 2.
tune. I need to know
First,
more.
of course, though, we have to go to the yard, and the yard is going to be swarming with tiger guards,
be the
who we're going to
Rat
do our best to avoid.
Falcone did
Only
build
take
his
down the ones that
empire
we
on the
absolutely
backs
have
of the
to,
desperate.
in front of the main doors of max security. This is basically just a loading screen so that they can get the yard loaded in. It's a long run.
Falcone's in maximum security.
Oh, we're going to glide over here to max security. Wait for the grapple point. There it is. A bunch of guards down there. We don't want to face them yet. So we got to go in here. Take down this guy. And then open this with the decoders. I missed it. No.
I'll use the decoder door to maximum security.
You gotta wait a little bit longer than you think sometimes.
I don't want those guns at my back.
Okay, but now we're gonna do this so that we can do that. We can take down the armored guy, then grab our smoke bomb, throw it down, so we can do this. And there we go, just like that. Easy takedowns. There will be a couple of other times where I probably should use smoke bombs that I won't, partly because I forget about it, and also partly because it might just not be ideal with the setup. It'll ultimately depend on how many enemies there are, where they're placed, and all that jazz. Got a couple of guys down there, but we don't have to worry about them. They're not going to pay attention to us. We've just got a quick puzzle here to open the gates forward.
Yeah, but it's Falcone.
Yep.
You don't want to be on his...
Thought I heard something. Probably not that.
Actually scared me because I didn't know if they might have noticed me or not. But another decoder, we have to go up because down there is very locked.
Nothing's getting through these.
Now we got these guys with stun batons, which is annoying, but we can deal with them. The really annoying part is making sure that we actually get the enemies down that we have to, which I did not. So we cannot take down this guy because he's the guy that we need to interrogate. Do our best to avoid him and take down everyone else instead. I'm getting tangled in my wire, which is not good. I hope this isn't the guy. Probably is.
I promise!
Normally it's not a problem about the guys you need to interrogate because they're very obvious. In this case, it's all the same guards, so you really have no idea. I hope that's that guy. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Where's Falcone?
Gotta go through booking. But you'll never...
Yes, I will.
Get used to disappointment.
Yeah, that's one of the most annoying ones, just because you don't know which enemy you need to save. So you kind of just split yourself around and hope that you get a good guy. Good set of guys, rather. Oh, okay. Not gonna get that, but it's okay. I was supposed to get a takedown, but I didn't. Not quite what I wanted to get. It's okay. I wanted to get the knife guy, but it's not quite ideal, but it's fine. hopefully Falcone will do the correct thing and talk to me. Nope. Okay, yeah, Falcone is just very broken in this section. I don't understand why it's happening, but it's happened the last, like, 3 runs that I've done. It's fine, we just gotta reload the checkpoint, and he'll start talking.
I gotta have a word with the captain about that. This is just sad. So,
Yeah.
what brings the Batman out to our little island retreat?
And then we'll talk
You
to him.
hear about the rat problem, maybe?
Yes.
Or maybe you're with him. Ha! Rats and bats, working together to build a new Gotham? Ha!
Alright.
You pay personal visits to everyone?
Falcone's a little annoying. He is quite a yapper. We're going to be listening to him a lot, unfortunately. But not right now. We just got to scan this door.
Door's locked tight.
And find
Scan
out how
it
we get
in
through
detective
these
vision.
locks.
More
Right up
limpet
here.
locks. Tungsten alloy.
Like the door barriers installed by Bolton's men.
A focused explosion should drop them. Alfred, I'm going to need shapeable charges to get into Falcone's
So
lair.
now we've got to go get the explosive gel.
Let me get some
Batman? So that's what's going on. Where'd he go?
Sometimes that happens as well.
I'm meeting Brandon in a few minutes. I'm not backing out of that.
Just got to head up to a watchtower so we can grab the explosive
I
gel.
really don't want Bolton knowing what we're up to.
I've got to use smoke there so that they can't see me. Because if I didn't, they would absolutely see, shoot, and destroy me. Which unfortunately means that we can't use the smoke in this section, which is bad because we have a lot of annoying guys. Yeah, it's just too slow to recharge, unfortunately.
But he's not as eagle-eyed as he used to be.
Okay, I didn't know what was going on there.
Director of business.
Quite what I wanted, but it's okay. Unfortunately, you'll notice that the special combo takedown has one random element, which is if he does a slam or a kick. The kick leaves you suspended in the air, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't. For the most part, though, you don't, because it means that you're not going to be on the ground for the next attack. See it? Okay, that's it. And sometimes it's slow to descend. Usually you're going to want the slam. It's kind of just situational.
You can get to the watchtower via tower access. I've marked it on your map. The Batwing will be there soon, sir. Unfortunately, the elevators are out of service due to, quote,
I got a little puzzle here with the elevators. Just gotta wait for them to come down.
They'll take me to the top. Thanks,
Eventually.
Alfred.
They're a little bit slow, but it is what it is.
Now I can drop down and move the elevator from within.
Correct.
Blackgate airspace, and the former warden said
Hydrate or dihydrate. Even if it technically loses time. Alright, now this section, we're gonna again use smoke bomb after we get this first enemy. Especially for these armored guys, they are super annoying. Ow, that's bad. This is actually very bad. They're not going into the area like I wanted. Okay, now this is fine. Should be alright, we're good. A little bit slow, but it's fine.
That gun should have a power box nearby.
And now the Batwing will come in and drop off our explosive gel.
Offline.
And the Batwing is on its way.
48 minutes, not doing bad. As you'll notice that I forgot to mention until now, we've got gold-plated gadgets. This was the reward for completing I Am the Night difficulty, which I did do prior to this. And thankfully, after beating it, the things remain.
Can't go back the way I came. I'll find...
No, you're supposed to get in there, but I guess not. Not quite ideal, because there's a bunch of guys with guns here. That's fine. Taking that blow. Still do this. And they've all jumped in, so this is good. Take him down. And then you. Okay. We're good. A little bit slow, but it's okay.
Time to head back to booking.
Now, I died here on my last run through a stupid mistake, so I will not be doing that again. I needed this. Oh, okay. There we go. I do not want to accidentally go there, so... Please do not land on the shock. Okay, we're fine. The puzzle to get us to the door. Open it up with explosive gel, and we're good.
Tiger trusted their braces so well they left the doors.
All right, now we've got, after this wall, we've got a very annoying predator section in just a very inconvenient place. Hopefully we can just get this.
Condition orange.
Okay.
Down there. Light 'em up.
Okay, so hopefully they will not see me as I do this. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this section is just bad because we don't have any, what's it called? Vantage points. So, we just gotta do that. And it went pretty bad last time I did it, so glad it went good this time.
That hits hard.
I'm back in security.
And that laser barrier means to keep you there.
Now to Falcone's booking. I'll either have to go around or turn off the lasers.
Alrighty. Now, we go into another real predator section with a bunch of vantage points, a bunch of enemies, including a sniper. This section isn't too bad, though. It's pretty consistent with how fast you can do it. You want to do
Never thought my main job would be to
that. And go over here. This. Yep, and then... Ah, that's not good. That's very bad, actually. I almost got him with the explosive gel, but of course I couldn't grab it, so I missed him. But with that, got one of the guys should go over to him. Hopefully. We'll see.
Where'd he go?
Ah, he's just missing it. Unfortunate. Get this guy with this. Get his buddy here the same way. Inverted takedowns are very powerful as well. And we're gonna get you like this.
Nice, barely started. You idiots already moved. No one gets in.
Blow these up.
Time to see what Falcone
And we
knows
can
about
head
Blackgate.
after
The
Falcone.
door to the warehouse is open. Falcone can't be far off. Uh-oh. No. Game, no. No! Dang it. Okay, I'm still casting, though. It's okay. See, like I said, it happens. This game just kind of crashes sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it is part of the game. We're still at the same place. We're at the lair, so we'll be getting him rather quick. Thankfully, it is very fast to reload this game, so even if something does happen, you don't need to kill too much time. Another good area to use full from, just 4 enemies. Get them super quick. And there we go. That's all it takes. Unfortunately, again, that means that we don't get smoke for this next section, but honestly, there's too many enemies to bother. Most of them have guns as well, so...
Batman's already here.
Plus, we got guys with knives, so it's okay. We do this to take a bunch of those guys out.
Oh, nope. Almost got shot there. It's okay. Okay, where's the guy there? Get him. Come on. Okay. We're fine. Didn't take any damage, so we're good. And now, after this quick puzzle, it is time to fight Falcone. This fight is incredibly difficult because he just keeps spamming enemies and grenades, and he'll get a fun surprise for us later. But we'll deal with it because we're gamers. But the other gist is that you gotta go super fast to get the carts that roll out that you need to blow up like we just did with that puzzle. Attack me. I'm waiting. I'm gonna do it. Yep, we gotta do this so that we can do that. Push that away, dodge, do that. So that will keep Falcone from... That will make him immediately progress to his next phase. As soon as we're finished with these enemies. Oh, okay, gotta go. Get that guy, nope. Nope. Get him. Okay. But now immediately into phase 2 after he throws that, which is stupid. But now, phase 2, he's gonna pull out something fun for us.
Got a present for you.
A minigun!
Christmas in July.
So now we gotta do this very specifically. We have to wait until he starts shooting, then dodge and throw the batarang. Otherwise, he's going to dodge out of the way. Alright, but only 3 times, then he throws it away for a while. It'll be back in phase 3. We gotta take a couple more guys down. Get him. Okay, just hit this guy. Do that. Do that. He said the line. In case you didn't hear him, he just said, "Go punch a clown, bad freak," which I am 90% sure is meant to be a reference to me, because if you didn't notice, my name is Bomb Puncher. I asked Camouflage about it, and they never gave me a direct answer. Ah. Oh, only one shot, it's okay. Now he's got the minigun and grenades, which is very dangerous, and one shot will most likely kill us. But again, we've got to be super fast when we get through the enemies. Not to get to the that. Just gonna do that so that we don't have to worry about Falcone anymore. We just need to worry about his men. Finishing his men is pretty easy, since we only got these guys left. And we're good. And that is Falcone done. We just gotta go beat him up really quick. He's got a fun joke for us.
The Rat King, who is he?
Your mother.
I don't like yo mama jokes. Goodbye, Falcone. Wire's getting tangled. But here he is. We gotta listen to him yap really quick. But we beat him, and that's pretty much chapter 2.
I got bagged. Okay, lights out. Couldn't see a goddamn thing. When the bag came off, he was there. In the chapel.
Who?
Otis Flanagan. You know him? High priest of crazy. Lives in the walls.
Otis Flanagan is the Rat King?
It wasn't handing out business cards. Good night, Falcone. We're off to go find Otis Flanagan. Now, Otis Flanagan is also known as Rat Catcher, and there's been confusion among people who never played this game who think that we've just simply seen the Rat King through him. There's a difference. He is the Rat Catcher, not the Rat King. At least as far as we know, because right now he's our next suspect for the
was attacked by Otis
for the
Flanagan
Rat
in the
King.
prison chapel.
Gotham's
But
ill-fortune
we don't know. We're gonna have to go and
he be the
investigate
Rat
him.
King?
Otis.
Unfortunately, we don't have any
not a
information on him outside of Blackgate,
on
so we've got to
Gordon
go
isn't
back
a problem. It's everyone
inside
who
of
reports
Blackgate
to
as
him.
Matches Malone
Too many
to do
things.
some investigating of our own.
And perhaps a few rats as well.
I need more information.
Perhaps a job for the young Miss Gordon, sir. She is eager to assist.
Batman, I'm glad you called. I heard the craziest rumor that
Otis Flanagan.
Not skip it. Okay.
What do you know about him?
It's okay. I gotta turn on my thing 'cause I'm getting sweaty. But yeah, we gotta go find some information on Otis Flanagan.
Just
because
beyond the cave,
allegedly he attacks Falcone as the Rat King. But only one way to find out is to confront the man directly.
Thanks, Alfred.
Please remove your cowl. Please equip disguise. Disguise complete. Goodbye, Mr. Malone.
Gotta get back to my cell so I don't miss roll.
Correct.
No
Now we're
gadgets.
taking this little elevator up
Guess I'm
to head
taking
back
the
to our cell the same way we went in. Just head up this way, through this long, narrow pipe, and we'll eventually get to our cell, where we will start Chapter 3. There you go. Where I will once again be taking a sitting break. My legs are already getting tired.
Sleep is gonna be scarce. I'll get it while I can.
End of the night, please. Alrighty. Chair, you are coming over here. After I turn up my fan.
I don't see any of that. You see what you want to
I never seen that happen.
It's abstract.
Alright. Guess it didn't like me moving away. But I'm sitting down. Time for Chapter 3. With a bunch of investigating, starting with the little crime scene. After we know how long until the Day of Wrath, of course. That is the most important part of this game. And I never actually explained, the Day of Wrath is the Rat King's plan to essentially purge Gotham. He's doing something on that day, we don't know what, but we know it's going to be bad. So we're going to do our best to stop it.
Falcone said Otis Flanagan is the Rat King.
That's why we're looking after the Rat
Stretch,
King.
but worth
because
Flanagan's
if we don't,
cell.
that's going to happen.
I'll search it for evidence as to how he snuck into death row.
Yeah, we just
Distinctive
got
shoe prints,
investigating here.
almost like
It'll take a
claws.
minute because Batman
Otis
really
must
likes
have cut
to
up his
yap.
shoes to make these marks. Otis doesn't sound like the social type, but he carved out time for group therapy with Dr. Quinzel. Electronic engineering, rat biology, and psychotherapy. Looks like these came from the prison library. Huh. To Otis, thanks for the book. I'll give it back to you at next week's session. Joe. Must be Joe
Yeah,
from
Joe
the
from the
commissary.
commissary.
What do you mean by session? Cops, courts, clink. Same message I saw in Shrike's apartment.
So,
Otis isn't just
our
friendly
best
with rats.
idea to
He's a
find
follower
Otis
of the
is
Rat
to look
King.
at the group therapy
Or the
session
Rat King
hosted
himself.
by a familiar face that we will see momentarily.
Yeah, that's all the evidence.
Unfortunately, it will not
Without my
end up
analysis
going
tech,
anywhere,
I can't
but
perform
we'll
a more
still see it.
detailed search. I'll trust my instincts. Since Otis ain't here, I gotta go somewhere he hung out a lot.
I don't know what's going on with my hands.
Why a place like the library would be perfect for group therapy. And explain all of Otis's books, too.
I don't know
I'll head
what's
to the
going on with my
library
hand,
and
why
see
it's
what
so
group
flat.
therapy's all about. Might learn something about Otis and his access to death row.
It is not going back to normal, but it's okay. It'll probably fix itself later. We're gonna go to group therapy in place of Otis. And the reason we're going after Otis, aside from him being the Rat King, is that he is allegedly somewhere inside death row. So we gotta find a way to get into death row ourselves, because it has its own security system aside from max security. There's our doctors there, Dr. Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, and Dr. Crane, aka the Scarecrow. We'll be seeing more of them later, so don't worry about it. And here's Joe again. Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe. We'd be going through a long walk with him where he's giving us a bunch of expository stuff, but it doesn't matter. He just likes to talk as well. But now we're going to do a favor for him so that he will get us a death row access code. He's a little slow, but he'll make it eventually. Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe.
I run aside, Hudson, as you well aware.
We just got to do a favor for him, deliver a package, and then he'll give us the code. The package is to a familiar face to those who have completed Arkham Origins, a guy named Bird. He was a complete pushover in Arkham Origins, and he's still kind of a pushover here.
Well,
you know,
that's
it makes sense to keep him
progress.
consistent. But
Deliver this package for Joe.
He also has a lot more
I'll have my way
things
into
at his
death row.
disposal.
With a
We
little
gotta
luck,
fight like
Otis Flanagan
8,
left
10
something
guys
there.
before we can fight Bird. And it's the same thing as the Yamashiro fight, where we don't want to put any focus on Bird because we need to interrogate him last. So we're going to be focusing on everybody else up until that point. But it's overall not too hard of a fight.
Time to find Bird.
Although one thing that you'll notice
Check the gym.
is different during the matches sections compared to the Batman sections is that matches has a set health bar, whereas Batman has a varying one depending on how much
I got a
damage a
package
certain
for you
attack
from
does.
Joe.
Give it here.
Malone's health bar is stagnant. He can only take exactly 4 hits before he's done.
That feels light. You playing games with me?
Oh, no
You out of the way
games.
because I don't need you
I'll just
anymore.
take your money and be on my way.
I expected more. If Joe can't deliver,
Unfortunately, we can't skip this
then I
little
keep
talk,
my money.
but that is
Don't
what it
sound
is.
fair, Birdie.
Life isn't fair. You know, I was
for you,
born in
Bird.
Peñadero prison. And you're gonna die.
I think not.
In Blackgate. Break him.
So you see, I've got that little stagnant health bar up there, which means that I can take exactly 4 hits. No more, no less. Thankfully, each damage source is consistent. It only does do 1, but that means that just 4 mistakes and you're done. So you don't really want to make those mistakes. You. All right, and there we go. Hi, Bird.
Where's the money? To hell with you.
A little bit too slow.
Now.
Or fast.
It's behind a loose brick in the wall.
Nice, Bird. Good night.
Nice, Birdie.
And that little loose brick there, and we don't want to go too fast. The brick needs to hit the ground before we grab the money. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to
Job's
carry it out of here.
I'll bring this back to Joe.
Thankfully, I am patient, and I know to do that. So I got it, and we're good. Heading back to Joe, give him the money. He gives us a little reward. And then we move on with our duty. Obviously, matches sections are a little slow. They're meant to be. When you play them in the main story, they're a lot better than in a speedrun. That seems to be the case with a lot of games, to be honest.
I
But
got
whatever.
your money.
It is what it is. Say goodbye to Joe. We'll see him tomorrow. but he gave us the code 0529. Which we will have to wait to input until tomorrow. That works. We will have to wait till input until tomorrow night when we can actually come back in.
Give any one of you turds free cognition.
Still not sure Otis.
I don't know either, Malone. We're gonna have to do some investigating and find out
Falcone
ourselves.
in the chapel. After lights out, I'll hit death row before Tiger cleans the crime scene.
Close and lock all cell doors on block B.
We are still online. That's the important part. Last time I was here, the game disconnected. But we're still on, so we're all good.
Batcave awaits, then the crime scene in death row.
Oop, get that open, please. Hi, Arnold. Bye, Arnold.
Take Woody from me and get away with it, Wesker. This cell ain't big enough for the two of us.
Three of us.
Just going through the regular old walk to get back down to the Batcave. Whee!
Alright, here we go.
And I got the... I just missed the jump. I almost had it. We still got 2 more chapters to do it, so hopefully we'll get it in one of those. But we're back at the Batcave. Quick suit-up sequence.
Suit-up sequence initiated. Bat suit ready. Please, cover. Bat suit calibration complete. Welcome, Batman.
And we're gonna give a talk to Alfred, which again we're gonna skip because cutscenes. I'm gonna hydrate. Oop. Right. But now's a good time to get upgrades. Because if we don't, we're probably gonna be screwed. Nope. Gadgets, explosive gel, which I really don't even need because I don't use all that much. And disruptor, and that's it. We'll once again come back to that later when we get some new gadgets. Now we're heading back out to the yard through our same long little walk.
I hope you're resting between your daily prison brawls and your nighttime daring do.
I can handle it, Alfred. And there was only one fight today.
Glad to hear Mr. Malone is making friends. Or at least fewer enemies.
Otis attended group therapy in recent weeks, but he's moved from his cell into the walls, just like Falcone said.
Perhaps the best way to find Otis Flanagan is to walk a mile in his shoes.
His footprints will be.
Follow
See that little sign right there? That is a detective mode jammer. We don't want to deal with that.
Death Row's
Thankfully, we don't really have to. We just need to take down the snipers so they don't somehow see us as we try to go into Death Row. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to press. It's okay, we can do that. Slide down here. This. Slightly. And then go down there and get that sniper. Hopefully, without being seen. Gonna get this guy too, just to be safe, because if we don't, we'll probably get shot. Or at least noticed. Nice and carefully. And then we're gonna go take down that guy just to make sure he doesn't accidentally follow us. And now we can enter the code because none of the other guys are gonna be on our route.
Death Row. The access code is 0529. Falcone was attacked in the Death Row chapel.
And now we're inside Death Row. This section right here with these enemies is very annoying, so I'm going to be doing my best to just get them with a smoke bomb after the gel. We'll take this. Go, and we'll just do this. Oh, punched him in the nuts, that's okay. But there we go. Easy finish. Hopefully my smoke bomb will recharge in time for this upcoming Predator section, because this one is very scary and very difficult if you are not prepared for it. Got the jammer guy, which we'll be getting first, hopefully, with an inverted takedown.
Commissioner Gordon, but they've crippled DC.
They're using thermal imaging headsets. Anyone wearing them will be able to spot them.
That, go over here. Let's get you. Here. So, we can... Yep, we're just gonna do this.
You look good up there. Just get me down.
You. Okay, there's 3 guys. Oh, they see me. That's not good. I was just about to get that guy. Do that so that they...
Come on, let's stick together. I think he's hurt.
Should be good with these guys. Okay, we're good. Thought there was one more. But we're good. Now we gotta go head here, but unfortunately, the rats have eaten through the electricity, as it were. They chewed the wires. So we've got to restore power.
I'll trace it in detective vision.
That's not where I was going, but okay, game, sure. I was going up, not even up there either. I was going towards there. Love the jank. Whoever's going here. We see this generator. We need a
backup generator needs a jump. Alfred, ready the Batwing to deploy the shock
Arkham Origins, you know how screwed up the original shock gloves are. They are one of the most broken gadgets ever made, but they're pretty much unfun. Arkham Shadow remedied that and made them completely balanced, and honestly one of the best gadgets in the game. Unfortunately, we won't be using them all too much, because to use them, you need to build up a big combo. Now, building up a combo means that you don't get to use special combo takedowns, which means that your general combat is going to be slow. Though, it's also safer, so it's kind of a mix and match between, which ones, between going faster and going safer. So, we'll be using them, just not as much as you would probably use in like a casual playthrough.
Yes, he doesn't strike me as a chess-level strategist.
We're just climbing up to the helipad so we can get to
I have the element of surprise.
Batwing drop.
Hold the Batwing
first
until I
disable
disable
the
the
gun.
anti-aircraft guns out of reach.
Blackgate tore down an edifice to install.
I'll look for a weak wall.
Both those out, and there we go.
Alfred,
Shock
send
gloves
the Batwing.
inbound.
Shock gloves on
Right about
to the
here.
head, sir. Mind the job.
Thanks, Alfred.
Right. Perfectly safe.
Lucius miniaturized the electrocutioner's design to integrate with my gauntlets.
You do need to be a little bit careful because sometimes they just fall through the floor and never come back.
Every punch charges.
But now we got a very difficult combat section with like, I don't know, 12, 13 guys. But we got the shock gloves, so we'll be okay.
You messed with the wrong guy.
Do that to build it up. Oops. I don't know what happened there exactly, but it worked, so it's fine. So again, you see there why we don't want to, excuse me. I don't know what I was saying there. Why we don't want to go for beatdowns all too often, because they are very slow and very long. I didn't even know there was another armored guy. That's not good, actually. There we go. We're good. Come on. Get him, please. Thank you. And there we go. We're good. A little bit long, but it's okay.
The shock gloves are portable, sir. Why not just bring them with you?
They're experimental.
Glide
Not
kick
worth
here
the
to get
risk
this
during
guy,
an
and then wait for them
investigation.
to attack me, hopefully. Come on, you guys, just attack me. There we we go. Just wanted to do that because it's faster. Come on, never mind, just do this. Thankfully, you got the armored guy there. Not ideal, but it's okay. Everything is fine. And I really did that so that I could save my smoke bomb for this room coming up here. Yep.
We got bodies in the infirmary.
Yep, I did not quite want to do that, but it's okay. And perfect, because we're right here to start charging up this generator.
Once I've powered
The door is online.
And there we go. Side quest done. We can start chasing after Flanagan and the rest of the rats.
security barricades, locked down due to rat sabotage.
Logs show prisoner
transfer and all this.
to general population.
Which means any prisoners I find here are rats.
Just getting another look. My cousin Pete said he used to be an angel with all the death and
Heading through the walls
Just like the
so that we can
Gotham
get to the
sewers.
chapel.
This isn't a
We're going to
prison.
find a
It's
huge
a lair.
layer of about
The rats use these
40
tunnels
rats,
to move around
which is very
undetected in broad
difficult to deal
daylight.
with, but we'll do it because we're gamers.
Knives.
Unfortunately, we have to wait for this tutorial to go through, even though we've already experienced knives quite a bit. It is faster to just wait for them to attack and do the takedown. Except for this guy, because final attack, we're good. There we go. But now we're going to have a bunch of guys in this arena, and I need to get my upgrades really quick, because unfortunately that's the one time you really need to get them before actually having a chance.
all right, everyone, listen
When
up.
you do use the shock gloves, you're able to block shields and sun sticks, which is very useful in a
Make our
tight
way back
situation.
to ourselves. Getting killed in Blackgate.
Fortunately, I still get shot. Not quite what I wanted, but... that's really bad, actually. One more hit, basically, and I'm done. Yeah, this is bad. Ah, crap. Yep, see, this is why we do not play I Am the Knight, because right there, game over. We'd have to start the entire run over. Hi, Otis.
I warned you.
Bye, Otis. It's okay. Things like that just happen sometimes. But honestly, it's good because we just had a terrible start to that fight. We can start over, get ourselves a good run to this. Something like this to get us going. Ow. Should have waited a second.
Tonight you die by fight back.
Okay, this is good though because we got that guy. Big damage from the friggin' thing. okay. Yeah, guns really suck in this game. They are awful.
I warned you, Pat.
I figured I could take one more, but apparently not. That sucks. That was going well, too, aside from that. Damn. Is what it is. We'll get it this time. Come on.
Get ready for retribution. Slice him down. Get ready for retribution. Vengeance. We are the resting vengeance. Sacred ground. By all kings.
I wanted to hit that slice, but apparently not. There we go. I just missed the thing, damn it. Fine. Nope, I need to go over there. Fine. Okay. Doesn't even look like he has a thing, but okay. Oh, okay. Still waiting for him to slice, finally. Okay, this should be it, though. Never mind. Damn it. Okay, we're fine. He's just standing there. Cool. One of the hardest sections, longest sections of the game, I should say. There's genuinely only one section longer than this in the entire game. Alright. Done, finally. Holy crap. That is just a really long and really hard fight.
Thankfully, no hostages this time.
Mud Chapel should be up ahead.
Chapel. Time for answers.
Damn it. Not quite ideal, but it's fine. We'll adapt. I'm really close to the edge of my thing, so... Not ideal, but we got it. That's what matters. Alright, now, long break, long investigation.
He claims his assailant was the prisoner Otis Flanagan.
Unfortunately, not enough to bother sitting
Still
down.
evidence in the chapel from the attack on
So
Falcone.
I won't mean standing for
I'll
this.
set up a crime scene and figure out what happened.
But basically, we're just finding out that Falcone's story
Flanagan threw
of
Falcone through this pew.
Flanagan
Remarkable
doing
for
this
someone of
was
Flanagan's size.
baloney.
Blood
He's not the
spatter
one
and
who did
prints
it.
indicate Falcone laid here following the attack. Strange. I'm not seeing any forensic evidence tying
just got a
Otis
long
Flanagan
time
to this scene.
Relax. And
The
hydrate.
assailant snuck up behind Falcone, struck him with a metal pipe before covering his head with a sack. Traces of metal on the kneeler, nail marks in the fabric. No trace of Otis's prints on the weapon, but then again, he does wear gloves. Something's not right, Alfred. Are any of the details from this attack consistent with Flanagan's crimes on the outside?
No, sir. But prison can change a man, as I'm sure you're well aware.
I'll keep looking. The altar was configured to look like a shrine to the Rat King. Falcone struck his assailant with a manifesto as he laid on the altar. It gave Falcone time to escape.
Drop the chandelier
for a moment.
But it's made of chain.
If Falcone struggled as much as evidence suggests, these items would have been knocked aside. That means they were placed on the altar after the assault. Someone with access to the chapel staged this scene to implicate Flanagan.
So how's chat doing?
Before throwing Falcone into the pew, the attacker hit the candelabra. 3 sets of footprints were left in this pool of wax. First set, size 14. No discernible tread pattern. Whoever made these wore disposable shoe covers. The second is a partial from an Italian loafer, Falcone's. The third set was made after the wax dried, a match for the distinctive claw-like shoe prints I found in Otis Flanagan's cell. Otis was here, but didn't arrive at the chapel until after the assault.
Alright.
Fabric analysis shows a small amount of Kevlar
discernible thing, and we're good.
The assailant wore a bulletproof vest and caught it on the candelabra during the struggle with Falcone. I've scanned all available evidence. Only a small group of people in Blackgate are equipped with bulletproof vests. I'll narrow my search to the tighter security have access to bulletproof vests.
Otis is hiding up there.
The chapel itself. Someone on Tiger's payroll is responsible.
Another excellent deduction, sir. Perhaps Otis Flanagan could provide a suitable explanation for why he was framed.
I don't think I'll have to wait very long.
Otis. Unfortunately, we will not be listening to any of his conversation because, again, a slow cutscene. But he is voiced by the magnificent Carrie Payton. And he just does a fantastic job. We all love him. He's great. I wish we got more of him. But we have to skip him. Sad but true.
Bolton attacked Falcone. He may be abducting prisoners.
Well, that complicates things.
Allegedly,
I need more than Otis's word.
Bolton is the one who attacked Falcone.
Okay!
So now we're gonna go after Bolton, confront him, but he's also the guy in charge of this prison, so might not go too well. Only one way to find out, because we're Batman.
Extra bonus for anyone who can even touch Batman. Now, bastard, touch him! That's how low the bar is.
This again because it's faster. Oh, of course. Okay, we're fine. Ah. Really? It's like they have to attack me when I'm in the air. It's just like the single worst time to do it. Because then I can't dodge. Fine. I'm going after Bolton.
Alfred, I'm heading to Bolton's
We'll have a couple of quick fights on our way out of death row to get there. But none of them will give us any trouble, really. There's only like 5 enemies for any of them, so we're okay.
Otis said Bolton tried to kill Falcone. It may even be Bolton who's disappeared.
That's why we're going after him.
I'll find the answer in his office.
Of course. Stun batons are the worst, see what I mean? Keep getting that move. I don't want to get that move because it's slow.
Are you concerned about the fate you've left Mr. Flanagan?
Otis was scared. He would have said anything to get out.
Indeed. Perhaps fear does not always lead to truth.
Bolton may find him. If I help Otis, I compromise my investigation.
I get tortured.
There we go.
Bolton
Got
only
another
wants the
section
upper
here.
hand so he can bring
This
it
time,
down
once
on the
again, we're
weak.
gonna use smoke bomb. It is the freaking bat. Thank you for noticing. There we go. Easy peasy. But now we are going back to the yard with like 10 enemies with guns. Thankfully, we only need to take out 2 or 3 to get access to Bolton's office. And of course, those guys are the snipers. And we're going to get this guy first, because he's got the high ground, and the high ground, as we all know, is basically the win condition. Him, and then we're going to get his buddy back there, going all the way around just to make sure that he doesn't do a 360 no-scope. And then glide up here, drop or grapple down, and of course they saw me. That's terrible. I'm about to die because I can't grapple anywhere. Where's my grapple point, game? Please. Okay, we're just gonna do this to get away. This is very bad. This did not go as I wanted it to, but now they're all watching the door, which is very bad. Hopefully they will go away. Looks like they're looking away. Hopefully, probably not, but I'm going for it anyway. Okay. You just missed me. Okay, we will do this hopefully quickly. Alright, could have gone worse, could have died. We're okay. Moving forward. Skill issues aplenty on this Clown Puncher 139 stream.
Cops. Think he was.
That's not at all what I was aiming at. That is not what I was aiming at again, game. There we go, finally. Like that, but okay. I wanted to do the slam. Gun guy, at least. Okay, well, got that move again, but it's fine. Don't you just love it when things go wrong? I sure do.
I see Bolton's office.
Are you sure he's not there?
For now. But I won't have long. No card. I'll
And
find
here's
another
Bolton's
way.
office.
Prisoner transfer records
Here's his
should be on
computer.
Bolton's computer.
Do be careful, sir. He strikes me as the sort to have an unsavory browser history.
The computer's unlocked. I'll back up his files and get out.
Just do that. We gotta wait a minute. We can't
This will
skip.
take time.
So we're gonna
Perhaps
punch the
a tour
punching
of
bag.
Mr. Bolton's brooding office interior, sir.
He's strong. I'll tell you that much. Hurry up! But
It's done.
Bolton doesn't like people going through his computer, so here he is. He's got guards. We're not going to listen to him, though, because he's pretty annoying. He goes on a long spiel about Batman being a bad hero or whatever. We don't care. We're going to escape his office the only way we know how. If I drop the smoke and jump in out a window.
I'm getting out of here.
Thankfully, we can just go right around this rock to go down here and get right back to the Batcave. Bye, Bolton. Now, you know, Batman really doesn't like people shooting at him
Sorry
for
your
no
meeting
reason.
with Bolton
We're a
ended in
hero,
violence,
for God's
sir.
sake. We need to
Sometimes
beat
our
people
biggest
up and try to
fans
shoot
can
at
be our
us.
harshest critics.
I'll need Oracle to decrypt the card.
So,
She's on call.
naturally,
Just place
we
the
need to
drive
beat
in the
Bolton up.
reader on the forensic station.
Right. It's not what I pressed at all, but sure, game.
Wow, okay.
Oracle's doing some stuff in the background. Bolton's a bad guy, so of course we gotta beat him up. But unfortunately, since we've kind of ruined our reputation as Batman, we've got to beat him up as somebody else. Tomorrow morning, we are going to go as Matches Malone to beat up Bolton. And we have one of the best boss fights in the entire series coming up in the morning, which is why I will not be sitting down quite yet.
Bolton's got a lot of brass trying to kill Falcone. The Roman's lucky
Exactly.
Batman needs his connections. Fighting Bolton
No,
without
it will
the
not.
suit won't be a walk in the park. But I didn't come here because...
So we're just heading back to our cell to rest the night away, get Bolton's mind off of Batman and onto somebody else, like Falcone, so that he'll threaten to kill Falcone, and then naturally, we're gonna jump in and save Falcone.
Poor Donegan. It was an accident.
There's Arnold again.
Like the last
He's killed
time.
his cellmate.
Oh, jeez, Arnie, there's no time for waterworks. We gotta
We
clean
don't need to
this
worry
up.
about them, though. They're doing their own thing. Alrighty. And that is well, no, that's not chapter 3 yet.
You won't get away with this. Who's gonna stop me,
After we
great
fight
ghost?
Bolton, will be
I swear
chapter
an oath to protect the people of Gotham. Yeah, you couldn't.
So we'll just skip some cutscenes. It is eventually going to be 3 days until the day of wrath.
Gotham is a thief. The stealer of souls.
Good morning, everybody.
All inmates report to assembly!
Move it!
As a show of power, Bolton is throwing Falcone into the cage to do a completely unfair fight against the old man. And if there's one thing that Batman likes, it's following the rules. So we're gonna put Bolton in his place for disobeying the rules.
Welcome to the cage!
And we're gonna beat
Fight,
up
you
Bolton.
maggots!
Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream when we first met Bolton that he goes by a different name in the animated series, which is where most of you will most likely recognize him from, known as Lockup. And we'll see why he's called Lockup in this fight. He really likes his cape.
Sick with corruption. Delusion.
Eventually, it's just a lot of waiting for gates before we can get there. I got an itch on my eye, which is in a terrible place. It's okay. There's Bolton. He's beating up Falcone. He beats him up for a little bit before we jump in. We're not all too pressed for time. So we skip and... now we jump in.
I need Falcone
Let's go,
alive.
Bolton.
Enough!
Another of the greatest themes in the entire game. I didn't mention it during Falcone's fight because I was busy talking about the boss. The music in this game is absolutely amazing. The composer did a fantastic job. I'm blanking on his name at the moment and I feel really bad about it because he did a fantastic job. The goal is generally going to be to let Bolton attack us first, because his attacks let us deal a lot more damage in return rather than bothering to attack him. And then, that was phase 1, so now he enters his charge phase, where he does a bunch of very difficult to dodge attacks that do 2 damage apiece, which means you can only take 2 hits before you're dead. And I unfortunately already took a hit, which is not good. But the irony is that we want to stay close to Bolton, because that makes his attacks faster. And obviously, attacking faster means that we're going to progress through the phase faster. But then we get to do this. Beat him with his own piece of electricity. So, like I said, we generally want Bolton to attack us before anything else. Because it lets us do very powerful attacks like such, and then dodge away. But we do not want to get Bolton too close to the wall, otherwise he's going to do an undodgeable attack, unblockable attack, that will basically just waste time. So I want him to actually walk away from the wall really quick before I bother to do this. Oops, uh-oh. That's not good.
Falcone!
Gotta wait for him to attack me again. It's okay. And see, that's the consequence of trying to go too fast in this game. Okay, that should be it, maybe? Yep, alright, phase 2. Charge phase. This one's a little bit easier, because I don't think he does the Tarzan swing in this phase, but like I said, we want to stay close to Bolton and also move in a specific place so that he doesn't have to turn to get us. And charge, dodge, 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 and one. Nope, he does do the Tarzan swing. We gotta run far away from him because the shockwave does a pretty big radius. But that's it, there we go.
You're leaving the body bag alone!
And once again, smack him. I love it. And there we go, that's phase 2. And phase 3, longest of them all. We have to deal a lot of damage to him and avoid a lot of attacks. Okay, gotta get him out of that corner so he needs to move.
Son of a...
And we gotta back away and let him come to us so that he doesn't do that undodgeable attack. Sure he will, Bolton. Go ahead and try. And that's why you can't attack too fast in this game. Otherwise, that'll happen. You gotta fight in a rhythm. Okay, maybe one more? Nope, that's it. Alright, final phase. Once again, if we take damage once, we're done. And then swing attacks. Yep. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Tarzan swing. 2. Probably one more. 3. And one more slash attack. And then we're done. And there we go. That's Bolton. Aside from that damage at the start, pretty good fight. And there we go. He's down. We get to beat him up a little bit more because it's fun. Now see the infinite attack symbol, so we just wail on his face super fast so that we can progress further. But unfortunately, guards don't exactly like it when you beat up their captain. So, we're going into solitary confinement for a couple of days, which means it's time for me to sit back after we skip cutscenes.
Today you may as
well. Oh, come on. Okay, game, come on. We gotta move forward.
You don't ever have to come back
there
here.
We go. Alright. Trying to go too fast breaks the game a little bit sometimes. Anyway, our punishment for beating up Bolton is we're locked in solitary for a couple of days. But thankfully, we got ourselves a roommate, who we will hear from momentarily.
Oh, my head.
The hell did you guys give me?
Dr. Crane gave you something for the pain.
Crane.
Shave the head.
Too big. We get to talk to Joker a little bit. Unfortunately, again, we're going to be skipping all the cutscenes, but this is really just an Easter egg. Not even Easter egg, just a fun reference.
You little shits woke me up from my nap.
Normally in Solitaire, you'd be talking to Joker, trying to get some information about the Rat King, Dr. Crane, Dr. Quinzel, a bunch of people. He's not all too helpful because, come on, he's Joker. But, yeah, he's just fun to talk to. We'll hear a couple of his lines. Troy Baker is the GOAT. Doing just absolutely amazing as so many characters in this game.
Knock, knock.
Joker.
No. You're supposed to say, who's there? As you can see, we're unfortunately wasting multiple days in solitary, unable to do any kind of investigating, which is really eating into our time until the Day of Wrath. So, what are we going to do? How are we going to stop the Rat King with only 1 day left? How? Like, really, how are we going to do it? Only 1 day. Day of Wrath is tomorrow. We don't have enough time to figure out who the Rat King is.
Psst. Hey, buddy. You awake? I haven't heard the screws bustling around in a while. You know what that means?
That it's time to get out of here.
It's time to get out of here.
That's right. Slumber party. Truth or dare. Now we've got ourselves another visitor, actually. Eventually. Falcone.
Matches
He really likes us because we got Bolton off of him, saved his life. So he owes us a favor. He's getting us out of solitary, gonna help us investigate who might be the Rat King. Our current only suspect is in the Arkham Ward right now, which is the one area of the prison we have not gone to. But that's where we're going now. We're gonna go talk to Joe to give us a free ride into the Arkham Ward to try to get some information. Good old Joe, such a chill dude. We all love Joe here, don't you? If you don't love Joe, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Here he is. He's going to give us a nice laundry ride over to the Arkham Ward. Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe. We got some more cutscenes. That, of course, we're going to be skipping. And eventually we'll be Batman again. Up the chute. Over to the guarding control, where there's going to be an enemy that we need to choke out, but as long as we're not running, we're fine. This, and that. And there's Gordon here. And our good friend, Dr. Crane, who, again, we're not going to be able to listen to, but those who have played this game know some pretty fun facts about him,
Yeah, but this
mostly
missing inmate,
his voice actor. We'll hear a little bit more of him as we get into more of Chapter 4, but his voice actor is very memorable, and you will hopefully recognize him when you hear him. He does amazing, and he's fantastic. We all love him.
I better check in. Hey, boss. Yamashiro's definitely missing, and if Crane knows anything, he ain't telling Gordon.
Well, I do respect the guy who doesn't talk to the cops, but I don't trust Crane. Bolton down. He's got Tiger by the short and curlies. Pull back for now. We gotta strategize.
You got it. Heading back to Joe.
Joe, indeed. But really, heading back to our cell so that we can rest and become Batman again. Because nothing is more important in this game than being Batman, right? Hi, Joe.
Cutting it pretty close, Malone.
We do actually get to talk to Joe right here because this is one of the few unskippable scenes in the game. But it's just a nice talk. That's not much to it. Not all that important either. But,
Okay, ride's over. Meet me at the
save
counter.
it while we get it because this is going to be the last time we see Joe for quite a while.
We square?
I can't speak for Mr. Falcone, but you and me, nothing but right angles, Joe.
Good. Because I'm out of the tour
That was a 5-star ride, though. Why not do more?
Oh, eh? Earpiece.
Oh, yeah, so Falcone gave us an earpiece back in Solitary. He's just giving it to Joe, though, so that he can hold on to it for later.
You do your own sightseeing from now on.
You got
okay?
it, Joe.
Fair enough. I'll see you around, right?
Unfortunately, not.
Sure, kid.
Like I said, this is the last time that we see Joe for quite a while. So, hope you savored it. Bye, Joe. We'll see you at the end game. Now it's time to head into Arkham Ward and figure out what the heck is going on with Dr. Crane. He is our current suspect for the Rat King.
Never thought I'd be glad to see this hellhole. Time for shut-eye.
Indeed. And as soon as we get to the Batcave, time for me. Well, may as well just stand up now, so I can save myself some time in the Batcave. Shoo you out of the way. Eh. Okay. Still good. About 2 hours
First the
going into
Batcave,
Chapter 4.
then Arkham Ward to
Not
investigate
bad, to be
Crane.
honest.
Don't need Falcone's help now. The night is mine.
Alrighty. Slowly but surely making our way through the pipes. Now you notice that I don't run and slide through there. That's because the jump at the end kind of screws you over if you're running. So if I can get this, nice. Saves about a second there by just getting that jump. It's fun. Like I said, very hard to get.
Sequence initiated.
There we go. Hydrate.
Batsuit calibration complete.
Welcome, Batman.
Welcome, Batman.
And now, of course, we've been gone for 3 days, so Alfred is very worried. We're going to check in with him, but skip the cutscene, of course. And now we're headed over to Arkham Ward through a new path this time. We don't have to go out to the yard. We get to go through this secret passageway over to the side that was not prepared for us. This thing was now, head our way out there and go into a very difficult Predator section with like 9 enemies, 3 of which are snipers. They got great eyes over the area. It's hard. And there's a jammer guy too that we've got to deal with. He's annoying. Hopefully we'll get the chance to disrupt him. If not, we'll just figure it out. We'll start right here. If I can grapple. Start with this enemy here. I don't want to run. This. Almost saw me. Grapple over here. Here. Here, so we can get this guy. Go over here to get this guy. And we're good on snipers. Gotta lean forward a bit because he's just barely out of range. Glide down here. So we can get these guys, hopefully.
Crane dies. I ain't losing any sleep over it.
Didn't quite want to do that, but it's okay. This is fine. I've got that smoke there, so I'm fine. I don't know where the other guys are, I just know where he is. Okay, this is not ideal. I'm gonna go like this, go around him. Do this. And then do this. And we're good. Alright. Could have gone worse. Door here. Head inside the Arkham Ward with a quick combat section. Don't have a smoke bomb yet, which is unfortunate, but we're fine. Got a bunch of shield guys here, which are very annoying, like I said, because we got to go through this long animation. Get him, please. Get him with this. That. Okay, a bit slow, but it's okay. Go up here.
What's this wing of Arkham Ward?
This button is very annoying to hit. Can you
Under
please
renovation
get the button?
and unoccupied. It had no strategic value to Penguin, Joker,
Please
or
hit
Black
the
Mask.
button, Batman.
Very likely the reason it lacks gaping holes in its masonry. And thankfully so.
Very annoying
It's an
bug
Art Deco treasure. Vintage
That is
Gotham.
the most amount of throws I've never needed for that, but big skill issue on my part, I will admit.
The gate's down.
But still. Right, there we go. Now we've got to fight a couple of more guys, but we got smoke bomb this time.
Those pain in the ass locks.
Those guys jump into the smoke so that we can just do this to a bunch of them. Ah, you, buddy. Come on. Come on, get the guys, please. Or not. Oh boy, this is annoying. Very annoying. I did not attack you, thank you very much. Things get really messy when you deal with these shield guys. They're just so annoying. We're fine. Could have been worse. I did not do that. Okay.
Alfred, where's Crane's office?
Doctors Crane and Quinzel accept offices that grant patient intake. Quinzel's office is on the right, Crane's on the left. Two hemispheres of Arkham Ward, which looks like a level 2
Need to wait for
security
Alfred
lock
to
zone.
talk about that.
Dr. Quinzel got in before. She can get me inside.
Of course. Come on, just... There we go. Get the thing. I did not mean to do that, but sure. Okay, he better not be stuck inside that wall. Okay, he's not. Good. This guy is not. That's not. Okay, we're fine. Annoying, but we're fine.
I've seen how she treats
And now
prisoners.
we've got
And
another unsealable cutscene.
It's not perfect, but
that
she
we
cares.
just can't deal with. We just gotta listen to these guys talk. But there's Dr. Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn. She's on our side this time. So we're gonna try to help her get away from these tiger guards.
You were told to clean out your desk and vacate the premises. Instead, you attacked Dr. Crane.
Now you may be noticing that one of the primary gadgets that Batman has in like every game, every media for that matter, is the back claw. And we have not used the back claw once.
Restrain her.
It's because this is the one gadget that Batman decided that he just didn't need until the last moment. Which is unfortunate, because it's a very fun gadget, very broken gadget throughout the rest of the game that we will be making full use of as soon as we grab it. We just gotta head to the roof after waiting through all of this to grab it.
Listen to yourself. Controlling behavior much?
She's locked in. I need a way around.
That vent will do nicely.
A vent. Too high to grab. Alfred, prepare to airdrop the Batclaw. What's the highest point in Arkham Ward?
There's a lookout tower, sir. I've marked it on your map.
Heading up to that lookout tower.
Return to the conservatory.
Gotta deal with a couple of guys on the way.
Door directly across the room.
A couple of puzzles as well. We'll deal with those when we get there. Right now it's just a bit of walking. Explode. Okay, good. And hopefully these guys will not be annoying this front go around.
Follow each other. Steer clear of the plants. They are unknown.
There we go. This is already better. There we go. Now we just do this, and there we go. Easy peasy. That's all those enemies. And now we're heading up the elevator to the watchtower. Again, a bit of waiting with this one, but it's okay.
I can power the elevator with the shock gloves at the backup generator.
I dare say, Master Bruce, you'll repair almost as much on your investigation.
Can't touch that electricity because electricity is dangerous. Gotta wait for this to come all the way down, and then we can head up to the watchtower.
Get away from them!
Some additional
bit more waiting.
on Dr. Crane for you, sir. His connection with the Gotham University Botany Department is one Dr.
That's
Pamela
poison ivy.
Isley. The two seem particularly invested in a flower with unique properties that once grew wild on Blackgate Island.
Anything further on Dr. Quinzel?
In progress, sir.
Good, Alfred. Love to hear it. Now, watchtower, another big section. We're gonna do this. That's not where I wanted to throw it exactly, but okay. Hopefully it'll all come to me. Do this so that I can disorient a bunch of them. Didn't work quite as I wanted, but it's okay. I hope I got the wrong guy, dang it. Okay, that's okay.
I'm taking you out.
He is through the walls. That's a bit weird. Alright, cool. Ended in just the right spot, too. So I can do this. And this.
Another Andy. The gate's open. I can access the...
I realize that I'm facing backwards right now. Hope y'all like the view. Backclaw inbound. And here we go. Perfect. Backclaw.
Now you'll literally have some pull around here.
Thank you for the dad jokes, Alfred. I've avoided mentioning them until now, but Alfred just has all of the dad jokes in this game. This game is genuinely hilarious, and I'm unfortunately not showing off any of the glorious comedy throughout this game. It's all very not undercut.
Apparently, she was
I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but you know what I mean. Very
She
subtle
also
comedy.
testified that she acted to
Like,
minimize
it's just
the
barely
harm
there,
done by
but
a
it's
corrupt
always
system.
so hilarious.
Though she has been reprimanded for favoritism, she seems sincere. Recidivism among her patients is below average.
Whatever her flaws, I can tear down that grate with the bat claw.
And in we go to another difficult predator section. This one has like 2...
Attention.
I don't know what it has, but it's hard.
Quit interrupting me.
So we're gonna go over.
Working with
That's not where I wanted to go. We're gonna go over here so that we can do this when that guy walks down there and shotgun.
So
take both of them down instantly.
do it quiet.
Eventually. Perfect. Deal with that. Now we're gonna go over here and take out the sniper. Go over there and take out the other guy. Never mind, I missed it. Oh well. Couldn't take him out earlier because his buddy was right there.
Hold up. Something's off.
Throw that down there. And this should be all of them. There might be one more guy that I don't remember. Yep, there is. There we go. Got him. Easy peasy.
They're out in force. I've got to get to Dr. Quinzel.
Now we are going to very quickly get our final upgrades. Backclaw disarm, which will be very useful, especially the special combo backclaw. That move is absolutely broken, and you will see why in our next combat encounter.
Now I can get around Quinzel's locked door.
Because this move is essentially the same as the special combo takedown, except it's faster and it affects all enemies around it. So you'll see when we use it.
Let me go, you vomit brain moron!
As you see, I pull him, it hits that guy right there too. It's very good. We love it. This move is a fantastic move. Of course. Can't use it on, oh no, I think you can. What? Okay. I don't know what. I'm stuck in the wall. Okay. Just gonna go through a regular guy with these guys, because really. And also, say hi to Officer Frank Bowles, or if you have been on the Arkham subreddit at all, Officer Balls. We're gonna beat him up really quick, like so. Good night, Frank. We love making fun of him because his name sounds like balls.
Are you okay?
Goodness.
I expect to see many Officer Balls bwahaha in chat right now. If not, I will be disappointed in all of you. Just run past these snipers. That did not go as planned. They were not supposed to see me, but they did. It's okay. Now we just gotta deal with those three snipers in a very odd way. We gotta throw a twin batarang at you, just knock both of them down, and then take you out. Ground takedown. Here. He just does not pay any attention. These guys are really weird. They just don't pay any attention until you're literally beating them up, but it's okay. It is what it is. But now, big section, lots of guys that we have to deal with. Including some nice guys, which is good. But we can do that to take you out. Like I said, special combo backclaw is broken. We want to see it more as we go forward. Don't. That. Go. Just got that. And final guy. Of course it's this. But we got him. We're good. I just gotta blow this door open. Let Dr. Quinzel in. And eventually, takes her a while to walk, which is why we're going to sit down
Let me in.
and take a load off. Because frankly, she takes a long time to do everything. Hey, Harley. Bye, Harley.
Took you long enough. The creep's
There
in
we
here.
get. We would get our level 2 access code, which we literally only use twice in the entire game, but we get it. And now we've got another long crime scene investigation to learn a bit more about Crane and what he's doing here. As you can see, the office is empty. Where's Craniac?
Crane's gone. Where'd he go with my patient?
Arlene.
I never should have let Crane's cronies
Dude, that was
drag
very
me out
bad
of
for
here.
my head.
You and Crane had an argument. What happened?
What happened was I walked in on Crane torturing one of my patients. Anyway, I threatened to blow the whistle, and he pulls a gun. I grabbed a baseball bat to defend myself. He pulls the trigger, and it shatters to pieces. He nearly killed me. Talk about an occupational hazard. The rest of it's a blur. God knows where he went, or where he took my patient. We gotta find him, Batman.
So let's do it.
I'll search the area for evidence of Crane's whereabouts. Setting up a perimeter now. Prints are a match for Dr. Quinzel. Small traces of gunpowder residue on this bat, but the damage isn't from a bullet's impact. This was done with blunt force. Quinzel's self-defense story doesn't add up. 38 caliber bullet fired from a revolver. If Quinzel was Crane's target, the bullet wouldn't be lodged at such a high angle. Quinzel isn't telling the whole truth.
Good thing it doesn't matter.
Quinzel wasn't just defending herself. She knocked the gun from Crane's hand before he fired, sending the bullet through the painting and the gun to the floor. She then swung the bat into the desk with incredible force. Quinzel's adrenaline must have been off the charts.
If I may, sir, perhaps she hid the truth out of embarrassment. People with the best of intentions can lose control. I've seen it happen.
Thankfully,
Maybe.
this is the final.
I'll keep
crime
looking
scene
for
in the
evidence
entire
of Dr.
game, so
Crane's
we won't have to deal
whereabouts.
with anything more after this. This one, of course, just takes the longest because there's so many scenes
Fingerprints
to
on
watch.
the chair belong to Arnold Wesker, the inmate with the ventriloquist
It's worthwhile
dummy.
to sit down,
I saw him at group
especially
therapy.
since you got another long section
Crane's prints on the
coming
floor
up after this
suggest he
with a lot of
dropped
combat.
something. Crane was preparing a drug before Quinzel put a stop to it, prompting Crane to reach for his gun. What medication was Crane about to give Wesker? I thought I recognized the smell. The hole in this rug came from acrolein, a highly toxic chemical.
Scan this,
Crane
and
wouldn't
then we
have used
will
acrolein by itself.
get our answers.
He must have mixed this with another chemical to administer the drug. A chemical trace will reveal if there's acrolein anywhere else in the room. The compound containing acrolein was stored in this bottle. Crane must have left it behind by accident. There must be more evidence here about Crane's experiments. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, this is the one and only instance of a double password for those.
Time for a full diagnostic.
Doesn't show up
I'll run a
any other
targeted
time,
search for files related to
but
Crane's
doesn't matter.
experiments. Project Umbra.
Time to stand back up.
These files have a unique encryption signature. Whatever Crane was working on was top secret. The files contain months of research on an experimental formula. Crane was using Wesker as a test subject. Alfred, sending you information on something called Project Umbra. Crane's been experimenting on inmates.
Receiving, sir. Umbra records updated. Access granted, you handsome devil.
That's one of the only cases where we'll get to hear Crane's voice. We'll get one more a little bit later that you'll hear. Hope that you recognize his voice by now. If not, that's on you. I'll tell you when we defeat him. But here he is. It's Crane.
Hey! Crane! Hey!
Knock, 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 knock.
Over here, sicko psycho!
And there's Arnold Wesker right there as well.
No more
AKA the ventriloquist.
Unless you mean the part where I professionally
Oh
kick
no.
your ass.
He's the Rat King. No.
You see that vest? It's him! He's the Rat King. I knew it. We gotta get Wesker out of there
He
before
won't.
he kills him.
Don't worry. Straight down, head inside.
That's right.
And here's Arnold. We're gonna give him Woody, his prototype.
Where's Crane?
Scarface. Because he's really
Woody.
messed up right now without him. Hi, Arnold.
What are you doing here, Batman?
Dr. Crane was hurting you. Where did he go?
I through that door. But he wasn't hurting me. He was helping me.
Stay here. I'll find him.
wise strategy. I need to remember that for later. Anyway, we're going down into Crane's secret lab to chase after him. But obviously, if you know anything about any Arkham game ever, you know that every game needs to have its resident drug trip. This is our drug trip for the game.
Why, Master Bruce,
dealing with Dr. Crane, aka
I was just putting
Scarecrow.
on some tea. Your parents are having a very special guest over.
Yep. Got a little stuck there.
Alfred.
Alfred, where are you? I need you. But we're going into Crime Alley, as you do. We're gonna skip the cutscene. Nothing important happens. You don't have to worry about it. It's just the usual Wayne murder that happens in Crime Alley. Come on, you know the story.
The man with the gun in the alley. I couldn't stop him. I could have. Who are you?
I don't know who that is. That's a pretty deep voice, though. Pretty scary. This is Harvey Dent's apartment. Or Old Man Dent, I guess.
What, you think you can just walk?
Nothing happens there either. Just a flashback of a flashback. As you do. Things are getting really weird here, I must say. But it wouldn't be a drug trip without a gliding section. So we're going to spend a bit of time gliding. Oh dear, what are these? Thankfully they all go down in one hit, so we don't have to worry about them all too much. I gotta remember to do that more. Do a bit more gliding. If we hit any of these buildings, we're gonna take a lot of damage, so let's not do that. These to make a path, and there we go. Perfect. There we go. Back to the courthouse. We all remember what happened here, right? Well, it's looking a bit murkier now, I must say. That's the courthouse, and now, I don't know what's next. What could possibly happen after the courthouse? I mean, do you even remember what actually happened there on 4th of July? Someone was, like, falling or something, right? There was some kind of heavy drop. Oh, look at that. That's our good friend Shred. Remember him? Yeah, he's still dead. But now... Oh, what is this? Hi, Shadow Batman. We're gonna fight you now. He's hungry.
A fitting end for his kind.
And now, third and final boss fight of the game. Not the final boss, but the last boss that we're going to be fighting. He's very simple. He's more of an experience than a challenge. So, we just need to throw a batarang. When he throws his own batarang at us, we just gotta dodge it and throw it back very quickly, because if we don't, the hole will close up, and we won't get any space for a while. But it's easy, we gotta dodge some sludge waves, and it's not much to it. And you may notice that these guys have weapons, which is very dangerous, especially the guns. Now we got a little darkness here. We just gotta follow Shadow Bat wherever he walks so that we know where he is and he doesn't surprise attack us. You just gotta listen for him, and there he is. He's gonna attack, so we block. Oh no, he's grabbing us. Ah, gross. Gross. That's vomit. Oh, hey, it's Dr. Crane.
The missing prisoners. Where are they?
I don't abduct people. I treat them. You and Quinzel are chasing shadows, looking for something that isn't here.
Bye, Crane. In case you didn't pick up on it, he is voiced by the absolute GOAT, Elijah Wood, aka Frodo Baggins himself. How they got into this game?
I am vengeance.
These guys pretty easy to take down. We don't have to do all too much to avoid them.
You need me to fight crime. Why hold back?
Excuse me. Take them out and just wait for him to do an attack. It's all pretty easy. Oh crap, I missed. That's not good. I gotta go through the phase again. That's unfortunate.
How many will die? You do what
Thankfully, it doesn't take all that much time. He attacks pretty fast. One more, and we're good. And there we go. Now just a couple more shadow spawns, and one more shadow phase, and we're good. Okay, didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. Okay. Didn't quite want to do that, but it's okay. Come on, get him. Alright.
I hear you breathing.
Just gotta block him 3 times in this section, and we're good. Block 1.
You let evil live, for that you must die.
Block 2.
Justice is a world without you in it.
Block 3, and we're good. Oh no! He can block my attacks too! Oh, okay, that's not good. That's time loss. That's very much time loss. That sucks. Oh well. What you get for trying to go fast. But there we go. Shadow Bat defeated.
I'm not.
In a second, at least.
You. No, you intimidate. I exterminate. Then why do you hide?
Gonna just rip his head off, like so.
Not the Rat King.
And that's boss number 3. And more or less, that's all of Chapter 4. We just gotta get a quick run back to the Batcave. Couple of enemies to encounter, but that's it. And we're just about on to the finale. But now, Crane has told us that he has no idea what's going on with the missing prisoners.
I'm fine. But
Master Bruce, your vital signs
he
are
has nothing to do with it, apparently, despite the fact that he has been taking prisoners from their doctors. But whatever, it's him.
Crane's drug affects the nervous system.
He's not disappearing rats.
Hallucinating.
So we gotta start finding them.
My shadow.
By following the one that came.
No.
We'll talk more about that when we get to the chapter. As you just saw, we just skipped an encounter because that one is really annoying. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Come on. Thankfully, all these guys are cooperating. Perfect. It's very rare that all the guys cooperate, but when they do, it is very easy to get through sections.
Transported Mr. Wesker and his mahogany wall to the infirmary. I expect she'll be cleaning out the desk next.
Her final
Then
act
back
was
to
to
the Batcave.
protect the patient.
Who do you suppose Crane meant?
So,
This
of course,
noted
we got to go
solitary?
through as matches
The one
again.
who came back?
The Rat King courts the desperate. He doesn't send back rejects. It must be someone close to him, someone mobile, someone who came back with a deeper
Like
purpose.
his main lieutenant, a.k.a. Otis Flanagan,
Got a sample of the
a.k.a. the Ratcatcher. But of course, the only way we're going to be able to confront him in solitary is as somebody on his side. Mr. Matches Malone.
Batman, please remove your cowl. Please equip disguise.
Hydration.
Disguise complete. Goodbye, Mr.
Goodbye,
Malone.
back computer. And momentarily, I will be returning to my seat because we have got a long string of cutscenes ahead of us and very little combat until the end, of course. Grab, please. Thank you. So a lot happens here in Chapter 5. Firstly, we get accused of murder. And that's not good because, as you should all know, Batman does not kill. So, Batman being accused of murder
Tomorrow's
is
a big day.
not good. Not good at all. But we get accused by Gordon and Harvey Dent of killing that guy Shiro because he's missing and presumed dead. It's because he was abducted by the rats, but they think it's because we murdered him. Remember that knife that went into our hand? Yeah, they think we did it with that. So now we're accused of being the Rat King. So we've got to clear our name and figure out who the Rat King actually is. That'll eventually lead us to going to Falcone, getting some information out of him to get into solitary, to get to Otis, to get more information, and eventually go back to being Batman. It's a long string of things that are happening. Whoop, I pressed the wrong button.
Rise and shine, Malone. You have a
Gordon
visitor.
is taking me to get interrogated. But again, we're skipping all those scenes, despite how fantastic they are. We have to skip them because they're slow.
Go time.
But now we're back in our cell. No big problems, aside from being accused of murder. It happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Gordon's over the edge, and I'm out of time. This is it. The day of wrath. I gotta get into solitary to find who Crane was talking about. The one who came back. I need Falcone's help. He's in the yard.
Just another long walk to the yard, as you do as matches. Like I said, good chance to catch my breath. And take a load off my feet. Because after this matches section, we are going into the single hardest section of the game. Incredibly difficult combat, incredibly difficult predator to finish it off, and then we'll be done. But those two sections that we'll have to face are ridiculously hard, and you need as much energy as you can get to them. Hi, Falcone. Hi, Falcone. So we're heading back to the commissary to get our earpiece that we left with Joe before, but it's not going to be with Joe this time because, like I said, Joe's gone. And those of you that played Arkham Origins Blackgate, which is like probably 6 of you, will recognize this character who we're going to encounter. Oh. Ben Turner, aka Bronze Tiger. He's another pretty chill dude. We like him. But unfortunately, we only see him right here during the run, and then never again. It is what it is, though. He gives us the earpiece, so we can go head into solitary, and talk to Flanagan. Eventually, like I said, a lot of waiting on doors. Hi, Turner.
Hey, Malone, got something for you.
Thanks,
Gift
Turner.
from Falcone.
Thanks, Turner.
No problem. Joe's gone, Malone. Looks like I'm gonna be filling in. Did you want a shop, or is there something else you need?
Bye.
Talk again soon.
I just gotta wait for Falcone to yap his head off.
Clear, boss.
Good. So, why are we going to solid?
Unfortunately, we cannot skip this dialogue.
See a rat. Find out
and
what
we
he
have
knows.
to wait for it to be
Keeping you
finished
safe from the
before we
Rat
can
King.
actually continue the
Damn rats
encounter.
are a menace. If it ain't them, it's the DA. Dent thinks he's gonna nail me at trial, you know.
But he's not.
We gotta fight these guys. I still don't know if you need to spare one of them or not, but we'll find out.
I got it under lock and key right here. Audio, video.
Stand up because we do have a fight.
Oh, shit.
Anything happens to me, kid, there's a ledger in a vault in max security. Password's Louisa. That's my get out of Blackgate free.
I do know the
Why are you
passcode,
telling
but
me all
unfortunately, you
saved
can't
my life.
input it before fighting
And
these guys, because if you did, they'd just go fight
Now
you.
let's make this rat squeak.
Who the hell are you?
Tell them you're with me, kid. They'll follow.
The Romans sent me. Mind letting me through? I got business in solitary.
You gotta be shitting me. We take the Roman's money, not his orders. Now, if you got more of his cash on you, we can talk.
Yeah, I'm fresh out. Sorry. Mind opening the door? I've had a long morning.
It's about to get longer.
You asked
Let's
for it.
show him who's boss, boys.
And this should be good. Just get him, and right by the door. Perfect.
Give me the key code to the door.
You ain't getting it.
Try again.
Thank you. And good night.
9034.
Thank you. And good night.
034. Alright. Just gonna wait until we start conversation with this guy.
Did you just lay them all out?
They started it.
Well, try using your words next time. We don't need this heat.
Thankfully, we can skip this scene.
How'd you get in here?
And head
I know
right
that.
down to Otis.
This
Over there in cell D4. Talk to him about the Rat King.
you better not be trying to
Again, skip the cutscene, which
part of the
unfortunately
plan,
because we don't
boss.
get to hear Carrie Payton's lovely voice. But it's all okay. Because he gives us a special
there's
tape
rats.
that somebody will be able to decode and help figure out where the Rat King is hiding. This is like the one piece of evidence Batman ends up getting that actually leads somewhere. Finally, all the way on the Day of Wrath.
That's it? You put my ass in the wind for some phony baloney tape?
Nope, we can just return to our cell,
How does this help us take down the Rat
head
King?
up.
Oh, no. Boss, you're breaking up. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
Malone? Malone! Hey, Lou, this lousy thing's on the fritz again.
Hold out your
Eventually.
hand.
It takes a while for this
I
thing
got
to
something
load in
for you.
and for him to hold out his hand. There we go. Leverage.
What's this?
Now, we would head back
Leverage.
to the Batcave
Also,
for the night and
Falcone's
just
got an
figure things
incriminating
out as
ledger in a
Batman,
vault in max
but
security.
unfortunately, that
Passwords,
interrogation
Louisa.
with Harvey and Gordon did
Welcome.
not go so well.
Get back to your cell.
So Harvey is going to put us on the stand and give us a pre-trial hearing against Falcone. Doubly unfortunately, somebody else is at that trial that kind of screws things up. We all know what happens when you put Harvey Dent in trial, don't you? If you don't know, I'm sorry. We're going to be skipping the cutscene and we will not be able to see it.
Because no one wearing a prison jumper ever got a fair trial.
Whatever you say, Doc.
Here's the tape that we got. We're going to give it to Leslie so that she can give it to Alfred.
Leslie, A trial.
Things are moving fast. Harvey wants to put you on the stand. I'll keep them distracted.
Point of no return.
Unfinished business?
Whoop.
This may be your last
I did not mean to
chance.
press that. Press the wrong button. No. I've never done that before. Curses. Okay. Genuinely never done that before.
Okay, I need you to get something to Alfred. He'll know what to do.
Of course.
Agreed. I think
Just step
Leslie...
inside when you're ready.
Come on, let me in. Thank you. Hi, Officer Balls. Bye, Officer
What the
Balls.
hell's this all about?
Still going. It's good. Anyway, we all know what happens to Harvey Dent at a trial hearing. And yeah, we end up turning Harvey into Two-Face. But again, that's all going to happen off screen. Hi, Harvey. Bye, Two-Face.
Your Honor.
And
please.
of course,
Give in,
we're
Mr.
blamed for the action. So now we're being brought back to Blackgate for our walk of shame. Walk of fame, I guess, because everybody really likes us for what we did to Harvey. But on our walk back to our cell, Bolton intervenes and decides that the only correct punishment to deal with us is the death penalty. So, he brought us to the gas chamber, where he is going to gas us, but thankfully, because the rats really like us right now, they break us out. They think that we're the Rat King, which obviously we're not, but doesn't seem to matter to them. They are going to help us. Fortunately, we're still locked in our shackles, so we've got to get out of these before we can move on.
Alfred should have the cassette I gave Leslie. I'll get to the back.
We've got a pretty difficult combat section here with a bunch of tiger guards.
Don't want to run a damn thing. Blackgate's gonna burn.
I gotta focus on this one, because like I said, 4 hits, and we're just done. Didn't quite want to do that, but okay. I meant to press dodge game, but thanks. And there we go, we're free. So now we gotta head back to the Batcave by taking a tunnel.
Gotta get to the Batcave.
Hi, Otis. Final scene with him, which again, we unfortunately have to skip. But we can make it back to the Batcave, and it's finally time to stop the Day of Wrath. As soon as the game loads. There we go.
Get this thing on! All sides, arm yourself! The rats are revolting! The rats are brothers! Rats! Tonight!
There's the window to my cell.
You get to hear
Batcave's just
Woody
beyond.
and Arnold breaking out.
How's our chance to salvage
They're doing their own thing. They're having fun. You'll love to see it.
Army boy? Arnold Wesker, stop right there!
One last time.
Hopefully I make this jump one last time. Nice. Let's go. Alright. And now, say goodbye to Mr. Malone. We're never going to see him again.
Test sequence initiated. Batsuit ready.
That is the end of matches. He burned the suit. It's time for Batman to do what he does best. Go kick some ass. Correct.
So you retired, Mr. Malone. Your very own Bert.
Led me to trouble as much as the truth.
One enters the land of shadows not to stay, but to return with a blessing, which may be your shadow itself.
Then that part of him I'll keep, Alfred.
Alright, one more cutscene we gotta skip. At least in the Batcave. and then we are off to fight the Rat King. So it turns out, the Rat King has been literally right behind our walls this entire time. That statue right there has been blocking us from a cave. So we gotta tear it down, as you do, and then go find the Rat King, finally. It's been right under our noses the entire time. It's like Joker said. Best way to hide a secret from the world's greatest detective. Right under his long, pointy nose and wait. That is exactly what the Rat King did. Okay, my climb is going awful right now.
Any idea who that was?
Someone who was
here we go, big
way.
cave system that's gonna eventually lead us to a World War II naval complex.
Oracle, I'm in the cave.
That cave should connect to a World War II naval complex.
Astounding. No one investigated this when they built the prison.
Blackgate is home to the abandoned, in more ways than one. We can't leave them to the Rat King.
That's a storage annex for reserve
Here we go.
Steel, brick, and ventilation.
Now,
The
Batman
Rat
just
King's
mentioned
Ark
an
must be
Ark,
just ahead.
and it's not just any old Ark.
There's his Ark, a World War II Liberty ship.
That's huge!
The rats will invade Gotham. I'm getting on board.
We gotta get on that ship and fight the Rat King. It's a big old ship that they somehow were able to commandeer and fill with rats. It is what it is, though. Time to go fight the Rat King.
Woo! You did it!
Well,
Just
first,
ahead.
though,
Barbara.
we gotta see what's been going on with all those rats.
Ship is shielding the signal.
Correct.
No matter. I'll head to the bridge. I have to stop the Rat King.
Yeah, come on. Hey, it's all the missing rats. And Yamashiro, he's there. We're not going to talk with him, though, because he's slow. Time to head up and get into our final combat encounter of the game. The single hardest one, by the way.
This has gone from bad to worse. Rats and Nakanos and tigers.
And there's
here.
Tiger. A
They'll
bunch
be
of
on me as
enemies.
soon as
We
I
gotta
step
fight
on
all of
deck.
them.
Tiger.
Thankfully, some of them have knives, which lets us take them out very quickly. Gotta improvise a lot in this fight because it is incredibly long. This fight has 4 phases, each with about anywhere from like 5 to 10 enemies. And all of them are difficult. Many of them have guns. Ideally, you want to go into each encounter with a special combo move. I did not. Okay, this is not ideal. Do that so I can take you 2 out. This is fine. Why? It's fine. Go. Probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Got a special combo move, so now I just dodge to keep it there. And we're gonna do this to hopefully get one of you guys. Nope, I just missed it. That sucks. And I'm shot, that's even worse. That. Hopefully that hits him. Okay. I don't know what happened with my thing. I got him, that's what matters. You. Dang it. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. It's not good that he's ending over here. This is fine. Took him out at least. Do that. I'm pretty sure this is last phase, but I could be wrong. Ow. Get him, please. Get him. Okay. I'm very close to the wall, I noticed, so... Boom. There we go. That should be it? Yep. Alright. Could have gone a lot better, but could have gone a hell of a lot worse as well. So
the Rat King
we take it. That's the final combat section. We are almost done. And now it's the Rat King. It's Harvey. It's Harvey. Yeah, in case you didn't pick up on it.
Midnight.
He's been the Rat King the whole time. He's been, you know, doing Two-Face things before he was even officially Two-Face. But it's okay. We're going to take him down after one final Predator section and one final puzzle.
What's the truth? It's Harvey.
Harvey is the Rat King.
And we're
I need
on
to
deck
find him,
for the
Alfred.
final Predator section, which has like 15 enemies. It's ridiculous, including snipers and multiple guys with jammers. It's a whole thing. Just gotta wait for this guy to get out of the way so he doesn't see us. We can glide down and do this. This. Gotta stay quiet so he doesn't turn around and look. This. There we go. Okay, we just gotta wait for a second for these. And you. Thankfully, the silent takedown is incredibly busted in this game. This is where things get into improvisation. Oh, okay, not what I wanted, but sure. Just get him quick. Get him like this. And the final guy we'll get with a drop attack. Like so. Hopefully. Easy peasy. Now we just gotta go disarm a bomb on the foredeck. And that's our last difficult section. There we go. Okay. Section's mostly easy. Just gotta make sure you don't screw anything up. Just gotta get over there. Yep. There we go. I don't know where Batman's narration is, or where Harvey's narration is for that matter, and why the bomb isn't going off. That's a bit odd. Things might be glitched right now, but hopefully they're not glitched to the point of brokenness. There we go. Alright, one more twist, and we will be done here. I don't know why the timer isn't going down, but whatever. It's okay. Okay, Batman is not saying anything, which is very concerning. Nobody's left, so we should be fine. Oh, Harvey is not here. Oh, dude, we are broken. Yeah, we are incredibly broken. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's not good. Hopefully, that I don't have to redo that section there. Crap, that's not good. Please, at least just be at the end and let me do the bomb, if anything.
The ship's controls are sabotaged.
Good.
This ship is now a missile headed straight for Gotham. And there's a bomb on the foredeck.
Oh dear. Another message from Harvey.
We are completely broken.
And we're going with it. I'm just gonna square with Gordon.
Whoa. I have never seen
Ben's
this
got
before.
the brass to take matters into his own hands.
Okay,
You make your own justice in this world.
shoot. I've gotta just exit the game really quick. Crap. I've never seen this before. Like, I'm fine doing the Predator section. I just don't want the save file to be corrupted. Crap. We're broken.
You get a sense that that's going on.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And we're going with it. I was just gonna square with Gordon. Who cares?
That's awful.
Ben's got the brass to take matters.
There is one way we can fix this really quick. Just go back here. Go back single %. Man, this was such a good run, too. Such a good run. But, yeah. This stuff happens, unfortunately. Man, that is depressing.
Dent! When the clock
Harvey.
strikes midnight.
I'm still gonna submit this run, but man, that is depressing to see. We do have to do this section again, but we should be fine.
The ship's controls are sabotaged. This ship is now a missile headed straight for Gotham. And there's a bomb on the foredeck.
That sucks. Yeah, now Harvey's talking, so I think something happened in the control room that just broke it.
You said we would save Gotham!
Second.
Ben's got the right idea. Any cop knows the prison system doesn't work. People who go in prison come back on the street. Time for a new age.
Yeah. Okay, not ideal. This hopefully get him. Ah, I just missed him. Okay, we're gonna get this guy instead. Great that he's going there.
Damn smoke screen!
There. Ow. Okay, we're fine. Alright.
The Rat King wanted to crash us into Gotham, but Harvey will sink us.
Fortunately, I gotta fuse the bomb again.
I
Lost a lot of
Harvey locked down
time. Not
Must
time.
have expected his
A
GCPD
lot of
friends to get cold feet.
I don't know what the word I'm looking
I have
for
to get
is.
through these electrified barriers and weakened walls.
I've been at this for 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap after this run.
We wanted the same thing, Batman. Protect the innocent and punish the guilty.
2 more turns. Now we're gonna have a quick jump scare because the timer is gonna jump down to 2 seconds. And we just barely disarm it. That can in fact kill you and end your run if you mess that up on high night.
I need to handle
No personal experience, but I've heard that it's happened. And I'm glad that it didn't happen here.
The bomb's dismantled. It's over, Dent.
We're about to collide with GCPD headquarters.
Yes, it will.
For impact.
We are reaching the end of the game, and you may have just noticed Joe's sitting there. Joe, what does Harvey want with Joe? He's such a chill dude. I don't know, maybe this quick little conversation will give us some insight as we're making our way out.
Harvey.
I know you're occupied, sir, but you must hear this. The message from Master Dent is rather dire.
Hey, Bruce, things are pretty crazy right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the night. But I found him. The bastard that killed your parents, I found him. His name is Joe Chill.
What?
So now, we're approaching the final confrontation with Harvey and Joe. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you again. Unfortunately, we are again going to be skipping the scene. And as soon as we grab Harvey, that's going to be time. So I'm going to wait down right here so that I can do it just in time. And time. Well, that would have been better without the glitch there, but it's okay. We did it. Whee! All right, and that right there is Batman Arkham Shadow. I am not going to sit through the credits or the because I am exhausted. Best man, thank you. Some British money. What do you mean, British people aren't real? I am exhausted. That was a ridiculously long run, and I am very much done with all forms of exercise for the next 2 weeks. But I will be submitting this run within the next couple of days, and fingers crossed they'll actually accept it this time, because I would really like them to, because this run is a lot of fun despite my terror and all that. And this time we didn't have any technical issues, so it actually made it through. Man, my head hurts. Having the thing pressed against my face for that long. Well, that was a good time, so thank you all for watching, hanging out. I'm not going to be back with this for quite a while, I will tell you what. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you later, chaps.